Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Lovely to have your company. My name's Elle and I'm with you for the foreseeable. Really excited. We've got loads of brand new ins to show you. I've got one of the biggest cabochons of actually, let me just rephrase. I have one of the biggest, if not the biggest, chrome diopside that I've ever seen in a solitaire, in an amazing cabochon that's coming up, breathtaking morganite. We've got brand new ins, we've got kits with inspiration from, and I should of course introduce this wonderful lady. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to join you. It's the lovely Alison, everybody. How are you, Alison?
I'm fine, thank you.
Bless you. So nice to have your company.
I know, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while. I was just trying to think that.
It's been a good few weeks.
When was the last time?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably months now, you know.
Probably is, you know.
Am I waddling?
No, you're looking amazing. She looks incredible, ladies and gentlemen.
And you should have seen. Well, yeah, the girls in the gallery said you should have seen what Elle was doing a minute ago. I'll tell you. I don't mind. I don't mind saying that moment where after you've gone through the ordeal of putting your tights on, which is an ordeal, isn't it? When you're quite heavily pregnant, it's an ordeal when you're not pregnant, isn't it? But yeah, when you're pregnant, it's hard work. And then you find they get to the hips, and you go, oh no, these aren't maternity. So they're going to be rolling down all day. That's one way to annoy a pregnant lady, I figure. Anyway, I'm really excited to show off your penguin.
Do you want me to get him?
Are we allowed to have a little sneaky peek at the penguin? Yes, do it, Alison. He's absolutely adorable. Absolute. You've done an emperor penguin. Emma, look at him. Isn't he amazing? This is just a work of art, Alison. Everything
really
down to his eyes and the curve of the beak, his breast. You've got everything perfect. Is he wearing a little dicky bow?
No, it's because they have a bit of copper.
They do, don't they?
At
Actually,
the top,
yeah, they
or
have
a bit of brown. They can have. Because when I was researching it, because I do like, if I'm doing an animal, I like to go in and research it. And the different colours you can get of an emperor penguin was amazing.
Really?
Yeah,
different
all
colours
different shades.
Of an emperor? I thought there was only one of an emperor.
No, but the shade, that's a really bright coppery tone, and they go quite dark into the browns as well. And they go from black to sort of a grey, and they're very grey when they're babies.
Yeah, really fluffy, aren't they? Of course, happy feet. Okay, we're going to be showing you the kit which our designer Alison made this beautiful little piece with, and of course inspiration from Alison. I'll give him back. He's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Sorry, Kimbo, we're going to start with the scoop. The scoop. Emma, can I have a black board, please? She's a good one. She is a good one. Just because, we were saying we've got the sisters now in our crew. Yeah! We've got Emma and Claire. Emma and Claire, the Perrys. Perry power, exactly. Yeah, we've got the Perrys in our crew. Amazing. Perry power. Look at this. Okay, so this is a bead scoop. We're starting with a bead scoop. One of our most popular items is a bead scoop. Those of you that are regulars here at Jewellery Maker will be going, yeah, I know why, Elle. They're affordable. I get lots of different cuts. I get lots of different gemstones. I get lots of different shapes. I get lots of different calibrations. And it would be very expensive if you consider that you'd have to buy each of these as an individual strand to get, you know, the variation that you do with a bead scoop. It takes us months, if not years in actual fact, to put together enough quantity of gemstones to be able to offer you a bead scoop. Because if you think about it, these are, well, they always sell in their thousands, firstly, but there are hundreds of different gemstones and different gemstone strands in any one bead scoop. For example, this is your earthy tones, so as you can see, your reds and your oranges. You've got this stunning, I'm trying to work out what looks like a shell here, but almost bordering on amber. kind of looks a little bit like amber there. You've got some lovely tiger's eye here. You've got some beautiful jasper here. You've got some agate. You've got some stunning pearls, which I'll just pick this one up. Can you see? Beautiful pearls there. You've got shell. You've got agates. You've got coral even in here. So your reds, your oranges, and your earthy tones. You've got heart-faceted gemstones as well. For everything that you are getting here, it would cost you considerable amounts, that given the fact that they're individual cuts, individual gemstones, individual carat weights, etc. Not $4.95 for everything. They come in these lovely little chiffon bags, which again, reusable, and they kind of force us as well, Alison, to think outside the box, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. You were almost getting what sometimes we get as a guest designer, because we don't always know what we're getting.
That's true.
And it does make you think about what you do. And it can also change your mind about gemstones, because I've had stuff in a bead scoop and kits that I would never have gone out and bought.
Yeah.
But now I love, and I'll buy them every time they're on, because you've got to see them and you've got to use them, and you fall in love with them.
There's a big difference in there sometimes between seeing a gemstone on air, you know, on the television, and then actually getting it home and seeing it in person. There's a big difference.
I mean, I can see the difference if I'm looking across at you, and then I look across at the TV screen, and I'm like, but that's not anywhere near as good as it looks over there.
No, precisely. Everybody is multi-bought pretty much, and I'm not surprised by that. $4.95 only. There's so many different variations of gemstones. I could literally be picking up for hours on end, and you'll see so many different exciting gems. Lindsay, Sue, Susan, Janet, John and Janet, Diane and Sarah, nice to have your company. New buyers, you're there. Stay on those phone lines, folks, and get hold of it as soon as you possibly can. We've got a couple of text messages coming through, Alison, about your penguin. Oh, Alison, he's lovely. Can't wait to see how he's made.
Oh, thank you.
He is adorable. Are you going to be demonstrating him?
Yes.
Yay! Alison, Tarry, you are astounding. That penguin is just wow. You're an inspiration. Hugs from, is that Eva? Eva? Yeah, Eva in Dunoon. Dunoon.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, she is, isn't she? Absolutely astounding. Now, if anybody else wants to get in touch, for example, can I just tell my producer Kim? You know, we had that conversation, and I was blatantly outing my mum for leaving my brother outside of a supermarket when, and loads of you got involved in that, and she was like, Ellen, I can't believe you said that. And I was like, Mum, it's okay. And there were lots of people who've done it. And she's like, how do I text in? Because she was going to text in. So you can do it like this, 60777. Start your text with JM Studios and get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you, because we have some wonderful topics, don't we, on via text message. The last one. And they do generally, my mum was saying to me, how come you keep outing me? I do, not intentionally. Anyway, okay, let's bring you gold dust. Not literally gold dust, but it is like gold dust.
Silver wire.
Silver wire, 0.8, which you're going to need for the likes of your sculptures, like Alison is, like what Alison you're going to be demonstrating. But the silver wire in particular is the most popular. It sells out every single time that it's on air. 0.8, Alison, is very, very, very versatile, isn't it?
It is. It's malleable enough to do virtually anything with. I wouldn't necessarily try wire wrapping with it, because it'd be quite chunky, but it can give you an interesting effect with the bigger wires. But you can do everything else with it.
Yeah.
And it's sturdy enough to actually be structural.
Yes.
It's a lovely wire to use.
And it's a really nice, this might sound daft, but it is a lovely colour of silver.
It is.
Because there is, sometimes silver can be a little bit grey or a bit matte, I suppose. So it has got that real nice tone, I suppose. Like sterling silver, to be honest. You know, solid 925 sterling silver. You know, I still, and I did it this morning as well, said to Kim, is that sterling silver? Without seeing the actual reel itself, I have to ask, is it sterling silver wire or is it the silver plated copper wire? Because you don't know.
No, you don't.
You don't know.
It is a beautiful quality of silver.
Yeah.
I love our silver plated wire.
I do as well. And it is durable as well, Alison, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I've manipulated it to death, and it takes a lot to get the coating, the silver off it. It really does.
So what that means to those of you that are new and thinking, what do you mean by that? You can bend it, you can twist it, you can hammer it, you can texture it. You
can make loops with it, and you can undo them and redo them. It's the closest thing I've ever worked with that's close to raw copper or pure silver. Because normally you can't manipulate them as much, you can't work them as much as you can the raw metals, because the coating comes off, but the silver's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Totally agree. And like I said, the most popular colour is silver, and that probably isn't just with us here at Jewellery Maker. That's probably all suppliers. You get 10 metres in total, and it is the 0.8 gauge, so fantastic for your wire writing, fantastic for your sculptures, like Alison is going to be demonstrating, fantastic for weaving as well, your wire cuffs, your brooches. I don't think there's much you can't do with it.
No, you can't. And it's great for weaving around, obviously. It's beautiful if you weave with 0.25. It gives you that fineness, that refinedness of quality. Absolutely stunning wire. Fantastic for plaiting, kumihimo, macrame, gizmoing.
Anything really, pretty much anything. You know, you do need, generally 9 times out of 10, you need to have the actual structure before you can add the I guess intricacy to any design, and this is great for that structure, whether it be, well, whatever, a Christmas decoration, a brooch, a pair of earrings. Lots of you already on those phone lines, should be coming your way incredibly at £4.95. However, we're going to bring it to you lowest price point. Get it whilst you can. I remember the days when wire, especially the silver wire, was considerably higher than £4.95, £3.95. I'd have never imagined, and that is absolutely 100% the truth. Go back sort of 3-4 years, well actually 4 years now. Silver wire would have always been sort of, well, to be honest, it would have been £10+, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can remember being £9.95 for a reel of that.
£3.95, Alison.
£3.95 is almost throwaway. It's when I say to people, you know, get it even if you just want it as practice wire, because for £3.95 you can do a lot of practicing with it, or you can use it and make some fantastic pieces of jewellery.
Exactly, and you know, generally I would have said, oh, you know, for your practice wire, maybe use one of your least favourite colours, not the silver.
No, I wouldn't, but at that price you
can.
But
at that price point you can, exactly. Needless to say, loads of you getting involved, even if you've not necessarily stepped into the wire working medium as such, even if you're not feeling confident in wire working. Listen, I'm not. I'm still very much trying my best to master that forte, but get it, because you can use wire, especially the 0.8, for so much. Findings, you can use it for wags Y combs,
earring findings, making clasps, you know, making bails. It's brilliant for making things like that.
So it's not just your wire weaving, your wire cuffs and things. You can use your 0.8. It is a very, 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 very versatile gauge. Fantastic, well done. Do stay where you are. There is still quantity of those, Kimbo, isn't there? There's a few, not that many though. Okay, moving on to... Okay, this is a really unusual bundle, but I love it because it's unusual. Firstly, can I just say, these fluorites are stunning. Look at, you get 3. I'm going to hold them all up. Ooh. Wait till you see the markings, Alison. Because honestly, they're like pastel. How often do you see like pastel?
Yeah.
You're not just getting this either, because you have got a strand of beautiful tiger ebony wood. Excuse me.
Wow. Look at that. Do you know what I love about fluorite? I love them when they're graduated like that, because it's like you can almost see them growing in the ground.
You can.
You can see all the layers as they're putting them down. Absolutely stunning. It's a piece of history.
It is, isn't it? And if you're really intrigued and excited by Mother Nature and gemstones and how they form, then look no further than fluorite, because it can be one of the most, well, I guess it explains itself through of how it's actually grown and it's progressed. Yeah, and it's fascinating, without shadow of a doubt. out. You've also got this lovely strand of ebony wood, which is very, very dark. It's, you know, it's beyond mahogany brown, isn't it? It's a really deep, bordering on black, if you like, wood. Silky, as you can see, so very, very smooth to the touch. Now, great if you love doing your etching, if you've got maybe... oh, I forget the name of the tool. Dremel.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Put some of the, you know, the embossing foils we have. You could put some of that on those because they're big enough to take it. Yeah, absolutely. Great for gents' jewellery. Yeah. And also the ladies' jewellery as well. And they are these lovely elongated, I want to call them rice beads. They actually measure in size 35 by 12 millimetre, and you're getting 12 on a strand also. 70 carats of your fluorite, and you are obviously getting all three of those beautiful charms, necklaces, earrings, whichever way you want to look at it, because they can be any of the above, can't they? Yeah. Any of the above. Just literally looped onto some sterling silver chain and you've got something very, very beautiful without shadow of a doubt. We were talking, Alison, I think it was when Gemma Crow was in the studio with me, and we were talking about the shape of these pencils. Because I always think of them as, you know, they what you'd imagine a crystal healer to be using. And Gemma was saying, well, that's right, Eleanor, because the shape is, it's all about channeling those energies. It is, and they're a lovely shape. I mean, I'm not, as au fait, I'm not up in the crystal healing either, but you do see them. And I mean, I've been round to the healing type fairs and things, and they are, yes, they're a very popular shape, but even just on their own, they're a beautiful shape. They're a lovely streamlined shape. And if you, like you say, wore that on a chain, because it's such a considered gem, it's going to look stunning. It really will. Elongated as well. Especially, I'm thinking 32-inch chain would be beautiful. We'll bring that price tag in for you because you are getting both. Should be £14.90 for the lovely ebony wood and also the silver-plated brass fluorite charms. All three. Wow. That's a third off, isn't it? It is. No, I'd have to combine that with the wire we've just had. Yes. And I'd do some wire work around the beads and then have one of those hanging down. That would be an amazing contrast, wouldn't it? So yeah, that silver wire wrapped around the ebony wood. And then, yes, maybe create a fantastic neckline piece with the fluorite. Yeah. Love that idea. And it still cost you less than £15 if you did, if you got the wire as well. Amazing, amazing deal. 0800 644 655 is the number to call. Dial in as soon as you possibly can. Stunning, rich. It's some of the darkest wood that I think we have here in our vault. And it's really silky. Really beautifully silky. I love wood, it's so tactile. Yeah. You just want to stroke it, don't you? Yeah, absolutely, and you can actually see the formations. Again, it's the darker shades and the lighter shades that you actually get. Again, do stay where you are. And my graphics working today. Stay where you are on those phone lines and do get it as soon as you can. It's an unusual bundle, I get that, but I like that combination and I love the savings. Now, we're going to move on to... Star by Peruvian Opal. Okay, different locations around the world you can source various different gemstones. Not every gemstone, but opal is one that can be sourced from different places. Australian opal, Ethiopian opal, Peruvian opal, I could go on and on and on. But Peruvian opal, particularly with us here at Jewellery Maker, is synonymous to some of the most amazingly beautiful natural coloured opal. It's a location that I truly believe we're going to be commuting back and forth to on a regular basis as long as the source does still remain abundant in the supply of coloured opals. But it's a rare anomaly, and that's me literally quoting one of the world's leading buyers of gemstones. It's a rare anomaly to own and source
course, naturally coloured opal. Because this amorphous gemstone, amorphous meaning it doesn't have a crystal structure the same way but most gems do, it's formed out of tiny silica spheres, generally is dyed to actually have that colour. I'm not talking about the play of colour, the phenomena that goes on inside, I'm talking about the main body colour. Generally it'll actually be dyed, and that's absolutely fine, still rare, still beautiful, still desirable, but nowhere near as rare as natural. These are 100% that. From Peru, the beauty, the tones that Mother Nature has been able to establish within each and every single one of these wonderful solitaires. And I say solitaires because in my eyes, as a gemstone collector, as somebody who's studied gemstones and worked with gemstones for a long period of time, I look at a strand like this and think about it as a parcel, you know, what this could actually equate to, what jewellery this could actually turn into, and I know you do exactly the same. So think about them as individual solitaires. The rarity, the beauty, the consistency, the vibrancy of this colour, not being dyed, being totally and utterly natural, is such a phenomena of nature that it is only found in a few locations. But Peru, to us here at Jewellery Maker, is one of the most outstanding. Now you are getting a lot. You're getting a lot on this strand, 29 centimetres in terms of its length, but it is, like I said, a parcel in my eyes. Stunning, stunning colours. If you love your Larimar blues, you know, your Caribbean-esque tones, that fusion of blue and green with a flash of brightness running through the heart, still going to get that play of colour, of course, but the main focal point, the main feature is, it has to be, is the natural colour that you get from Peruvian opal, or not all, sorry, from this opportunity of Peruvian opal. 38 carats, and again, I'm not surprised that I've got collectors on the phone lines instantaneously. And you don't want necessarily a uniformed colour. Don't forget, this is a real anomaly. You want it to have those those different tones. So some will be more green than blue and vice versa. Some might have a little bit of a cappuccino-esque colour running through. Some will have sort of darker and lighter patches, and that's absolutely fine. That's what you're looking for. I mean, did you just see that one there? Did you actually see that real river, that really strong green running through the centre of that one opal? That's what's so exciting about natural opal, is that they'll all be individual, all be unique. Already collectors, connoisseurs on the phone lines and on the web, well done to you. Hello Paula in Ireland, hello to you Swetha, hello to you Elizabeth, hello to you Ted. New buyers, welcome to the world of Jewellery Maker. Alison, what would you do with a strand like this? Because I straight away think about calibre, high-end, rarity. So what would you be thinking about in terms of what jewellery you'd turn this into?
Well, see, I love using the rondells to channel set, and you could make an amazing piece with that. And I'd either go for some gold wire,
yeah,
but I'd also put it with antique bronze.
Well, funny you should say that. I've got a bundle coming up which has both of those which would work perfectly.
Because it just will pick out the colours from inside it.
Yeah.
And then I'd want to save some to use sparingly in a wirework piece, because I'll do a lot of wirework with a few beads in.
Yeah.
And they're big enough to get that pow from them. They're gorgeous.
They really are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Gorgeous colour, and I totally agree with your colour choice there. I think that's going to really enhance the beauty of that lovely blue. Now, we should be... Oh my goodness, really? You know, when I say we should be, I don't necessarily know what the should be price is until Kim puts it on the screen. And I didn't then. $7.95, Kim? Really? I thought you were going to say, you know, 29, something like that. My goodness, if this doesn't sell out, have a strongly worded conversation with me, Kim, because this is absolutely absurd.
$6.95.
$6.95 for natural opal. Can I quote Steve Bennett again? Steve Bennett, for those of you that don't know him, used to own Jewellery Maker, still got very close affiliations with the Jewellery Maker family, still part of very much of the sort of buying process and the sourcing of our gemstones. We asked him, it was myself, Rob, producer Rob was there, and a couple of other members of staff, and we actually said, speak to us about naturally coloured opal, and he went, you've got, his exact words, his exact reaction was, you've got natural opal? He didn't actually know about this. And he was like, well, an anomaly of nature. That was his words. I'm quoting Steve Bennett. We've got 135 in stock. Everybody has multi-bought. I'm not surprised. I would be doing exactly the same. Root Wanty has. Hello to you. I've got Sue there, Donna there, Kathleen, Maggie there, Joe, Louisiana. I can't physically keep up with everybody's names because, as I say, someone about another 4 jump on the phone lines and on the web making those confirmations. 135 quantity will not hang around. And I tell you what, if ever I want to, and I'm my worst critic sometimes, and I think it's good to be like that sometimes as well, to sort of give yourself a self-appraisal from time to time. And if ever I think I haven't done a gemstone justice, like I said, why didn't that gemstone sell out? Why didn't this opportunity sell out? If this doesn't, Alison, it'll be a strongly worded conversation with myself.
There'll be something wrong with the world at that price. I mean, I can see that as a summer bride, especially if you're getting married abroad. Yes, and you could make some jewellery to take away with you on the beach. Absolutely stunning, stunning pieces from that. And I would be multi-buying. I most certainly would be.
You're not alone in that sentiment there at all. There's still lots of people with it in their baskets. Yeah, I love that powdery blue. Yeah. There's something about that blue, because it is that almost bordering on Larimar blue, isn't it? You know, where you've got that sort of sea green as well running through, which is so complementary of all different skin tones. It is. And again, it's taking Opal, which is one of the most varied gemstones out there, but adding something which is, you know, you don't see every single day. No. You know, you might see, you know, Ethiopian or Australian opal in most jewellers. I highly doubt you'll see natural Peruvian opal in many jewellers out there. Other than us, like I said, not saying we're the only ones, but it's not generally a plentiful opportunity, an anomaly of nature. Like I say, that is to quote one of the leading buyers of colour gemstones in the world, and I cannot believe that it's $6.95. Absolutely flying. I'm not surprised by that at all. Massive congratulations to each and every single one of you. Again, yeah, if you love your channel setting, or you like the idea of channel setting, maybe get one of our DVDs with Jan Dwyer. She'll walk you through that process, and also stay tuned because we've got inspiration from the wonderful Alison. Now, are we going to do that wire, did you say? I've got a stack of wire. Which ones? All of them. So, Alison, you mentioned gold.
I did.
Antique bronze.
I did.
And silver.
Ooh, nice combo. Very nice combo. I love mixing my metals. Look at that.
There are less than 100 of these in stock. Look how beautifully that colours go. It does make it pop, doesn't it?
It does. Look, but it picks out the brown tones, and then when you put it with the gold, it picks out the more goldy tones. Yeah, it's a natural thing.
The silver makes it a little bit more crisp.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. Right, if you've got the silver wire as well, then you need to get hold of this. Right, I'm going to lose the strand for a second. Well, not literally lose it, but talk you through the different gauges that you've got here. So you've got your antique bronze in 0.6. So 0.6, very versatile. We'll talk some more about that in a second. In your gold, you've got your 0.8, your 1 mil, and your 0.25. Nice. So they are your absolute essentials. Yeah. Aren't they? Everybody needs those gauges if you want to start wire working. Yeah. And in the silver, you've got your 0.4.
Perfect.
This bundle is literally all the gauges that you need. Yeah. All the gauges that you actually need. And if you team in, have a little look if you just tuned in, the 0.8 silver wire that we had earlier on.
Fantastic collection.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I need this, Alison.
You do. You've got everything, because you've got your wire weaving with both your 0.4 and your 0.25, and if you do a test piece with each, and you'll see the difference.
Absolutely.
One's not better than the other, they're just different.
Yeah, one's finer.
Yeah, one's finer than the other, they just give you a different feel. And the others, I mean, the 0.6, I mix and match. I mix and match the sizes, I mix and match the colours. I'm doing a plait in the kit, which is mixed 2 colours, and it gives you an idea of what you can do with them. You can twist them together, and that gives you amazing, amazing effects. The 0.6, I mean, 0.6 you can do all sorts with.
Because there's nothing stopping you doubling it up, is it?
Oh no, absolutely.
Nothing stopping you doing that. So if you wanted a thicker gauge, now we've got less than 100 of these available. It's coming away an incredible deal. I've got my eye on this because I do need all of the gauges. Can I just say, Kim, I'm stunned. I've just looked at the call screen. Surely, I'm stunned. Jewellery makers. I don't think our jewellery makers should be 1875. Right. Should be.
Yeah.
I don't think our jewellery makers are awake yet this morning. You will be.
This is going to wake them up with a bang, is it?
Apparently, yeah. My goodness. If I could, I would be dialing through right now. If I was allowed to from here in the studio, I would be dialing through right now because I need all of these.
Less than £2 a reel.
That's less than £2 a reel.
Can't go wrong.
That's working out at 18 pence per metre. Okay, jewellery makers, you're awake now. You're awake. I thought so. My goodness, less than 100 of these available. Kim, is it worth me even bothering writing down this code? Probably not, Kim says. The reason for that, I do a little bit of wire work, nowhere near on the same scale as you guys and as Alison. Boom, awake. I get it. It takes me a while to wake up sometimes when I'm at home. I'm a dawdler. I am one of those. What, you know, you speak to your other half. What have you been doing? No, dawdling. Just dawdling around. You know, that's what you do when you're at home on your days off, or if you haven't got to rush outside the door. But this will have shaken me up a little bit. Love your message, Sue. Thank you. Fantastic. But this is what I want to get. I do a little bit of wire work in terms of my tiara twists and fascinators and things like that. And these are the gauges that you absolutely need. Well done to you, Julie, Flora, Winifred, Mary, Suzanne, another Juliet, Sandra, Philip, Kay. We're actually oversubscribed now, so many choosing to multi-buy. Yeah, it wasn't worth me actually even making a mental note of that code, Alison.
No. I would have been surprised if there was any left at that price. And if you put those three in copper are our most popular, and they always go. Always.
And the same with the, I mean, if you add the silver wire to it there, I mean...
Brilliant, absolutely
less than
brilliant.
15 quid, you've got...
Amazing.
And then, well, it was an incredible bundle on its own as well. Well done. Stay where you are, though. Massively, massively oversubscribed. You like to team the colours, and I do as well, Alison. I love that trio. The silver, the gold, and that coppery or even rose gold. It's really, really complimentary. And it's been around, that design, that colour combination for many, many years.
Yeah. And I'll play with all the new colours we've got coming through. I love actually playing with the new ones as well. So it's nice. But what you've got there are fantastic bases to add colour to.
Yeah, absolutely.
They work perfectly.
Well, if you think about jewellery, most people think gold, silver, you know, they're the colours really that you think of. So you don't start thinking, oh, well, I'm going to have you know, the primary colours or anything like that. Generally, I'm talking in terms of the findings.
Yeah.
So they are, without doubt, your essentials. Stay where you are on those phone lines, and guess what? We've got the perfect earring findings coming up next, which go beautifully with all of the reels of wire. So literally, think matching suites of jewellery. Oh wait, these are our curvy shepherd hooks. They are curvy. They go in. Beautifully. Go in beautifully at the waist. I love that, and it's that stylising. That's the difference. There's a shepherd hook and there's a stylised shepherd hook. This is one of our stylised ones.
But it's also a multi-purpose shepherd hook.
True.
Because you can also use it as a head pin if you wanted.
That's true. So you can stretch it out. That's what Alison is suggesting. There's nothing stopping you making this a perfectly straight head pin. Yeah. There's nothing stopping you using this as a bail. It can be manipulated and changed, as you can see. Now, we have less than 100 opportunities. Even the detailing of that little flick at the bottom. Can you see how ease of actually inserting into the ear? Have you ever tried to put a pair of earrings in and it just simply won't go through? And that's because the actual end of the shepherd hook isn't is just finished. It's not necessarily finished well. So it kind of hurts the ear and then aggravates it, and then they're uncomfortable throughout the course of wearing. 100 pairs you're actually getting. So 200 individual shepherd hooks, but as we already spoken about, these could be head pins, these can be bails, these can be connectors.
Yeah. Absolutely. But also when you're making earrings, how often can you actually put a stone directly onto your head, onto your earring finding? So you could slide a bead over and have it sitting direct without a jump ring.
That's a lovely idea. Just have it sort of sat in
so
here.
You can thread it over and have it sit in the
because you
bottom.
could easily like push that forward.
Yeah.
So you could have your gemstone, maybe a rondelle sat within, close it back up again. That's a really lovely idea. Yeah. So they're kind of becoming almost studs then, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you can very easily turn those into studs. All you'd need is a fastening on the back.
A butterfly.
Yeah.
A butterfly to put on the back, yeah. Absolutely. 19 by 9 millimetres in their size, and they are stylised, aren't they? The way they kind of curve, which is only going to add to the surface lustre, it's going to add to the high glamour, it's going to add to the look and the quality of the piece of jewellery that you absolutely you create. But in terms of, as a consumer, I mean, I've been buying jewellery for many, many years. Earrings tends to be something that we buy more of because we tend to change that more often.
Yeah.
It's more affordable to change our earrings than it would be maybe our rings or something like that. Or obviously you might have an engagement and a wedding ring and not want to change it, of course. But earrings we can mix and match up. Also love it. Less than 100. You are getting approximately 100 pairs. Should be £11.90. That's a lot of earring findings. Right, hang on, I'm just going to check because my graphics are... Oh, it's a double trouble. There we go. It's okay. Cool. Couldn't see the 2 times. Yeah, you are actually getting 100 pairs approximately, so not 50. Coming your way, not £11.90. £6.95.
I was thinking £9.95.
£9.95 would have been a good deal.
I was just calculating how much they were a pair for £9.95 because that's where I thought you were going.
Yeah, this is working out pence, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And they're brilliant. And like you say, if you sell your jewellery, the thing that goes most off your stall is your earrings. And generally, people will make their table price, the cost of renting the space at the show, from the small things like the earrings. They go... Children buy them, you know, or younger adults, and you can buy them for presents. It's if you know someone's got their ear pierced, it's very easy to get them a pair of earrings than to think, well, do they like long necklaces, short necklaces, what size their ring finger? Whereas if you know they're pierced, then an earring is universal. Yeah,
precisely. Very few people these days don't. I actually know 2 people in my entire circle of friends, family, that haven't got their ears pierced, and I'm absolutely... one of them works for Gemporia, which I'm absolutely amazed by as well. But yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Listen, and I can remember, I was looking at Facebook the other day and I could see some comments where somebody was saying, listen, I really struggle to sell my jewellery, which is a real shame. And I totally understand. It's hard to get those wheels in motion. But if you do enough of your craft fairs and you're priced right and, you know, just keep at it, because a lot of our guest designers do that. I speaking from experience, I've done lots of craft fairs, still do, where I used to take my pieces of jewellery along and sell them as well. Yeah, sometimes you don't have huge sales, but then on other occasions you might absolutely smash it. Just keep going with it, you know. I know exactly where you're coming from when you're saying it's hard. It is hard to get things going sometimes. Earrings is a great way of starting and generating that business. Okay, moving on to hot fuchsia pink.
Wow.
These are fab. These are so pretty. You know, sometimes you see your slabs and they haven't got the Drusy in the middle. Do you feel a little bit... Are you a little bit disheartened when it hasn't got the Drusy in the second?
Well, when I see them without the Drusy, I think, oh, they're a great backdrop for some wire work. When I see them with the Drusy, I think, oh my gosh, they're amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the slabs when they have it, but I just it's taken it to a whole other level when you've got that lovely characteristic, that gorgeous sparkle. Now, every single one, I've got 3 here. You'll be getting 3 as well, different sizes, and they'll all be individual. No 2 will be the same. Look at that sparkle.
Stunning.
Aren't they exciting? And the beauty, and in my eyes, this is great for new beginners. Great for new beginners, because take a simple Drusy slab like so, loop it through some leather cord or some satin cord or something like that. Simple. Is it a lark's head knot? Where you go, where you fold it in half and then loop it back on itself?
Yeah, through itself, yeah.
Is that a lark's head knot? I think so. Sorry, I didn't go to Boy Scouts, but but you've got a lovely piece of jewellery like so, and I don't think you need complicate it anymore.
But also you can go to town. Could you imagine getting a little silver charm of a fairy and sitting it in the crystals, in the cave? Wouldn't that look amazing?
Alison, that's why you're a guest designer and I'm not.
Or
because you've got all of that creativity. Yes.
To me, they're great settings for things. They're absolutely stunning. They're brilliant to prong set. Absolutely brilliant to prong set. Because
you've got that natural anchor point, haven't you?
Yeah.
So the wire can actually grip.
Yeah.
Can actually grip. Shall I just pop this maybe against my skin tone so you can actually see the colours that you get rather than on the black board? And you can actually see how big they are as well, how substantial. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Should be $9.95. That's for all 3. That's not just one. All 3. Beautiful agate with all of that formations, with the banding that you get, the lovely crystal textures that you get, the Drusy in the centre. You're getting all 3 today for just $6.95. If you're dialing through now, as soon as you possibly can. If you love your hot pink, then these are absolutely perfect. Great in interior design as well.
Absolutely. Oh, they'd look fantastic in a window. But I just want... They'd make brilliant cuffs, because then you can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
And you've
the skin.
got it. Yeah,
absolutely. Do you know, I was looking for curtain... I think our jewellery makers are going to think I'm obsessed with curtains, because I keep talking about curtains. I was doing the nursery, basically, and we were looking for curtain tie-backs.
Beautiful.
You know the sort of metal ones that you literally just loop the curtain behind, and they were so plain. They were so plain, the ones I was looking at in that very well-known, DIY place. If we had one of those just simply glued on the end, how stunning would that be?
Yeah.
$6.95 only. Got to move on. Congratulations. You've done it. You've done it. You've done it. Stay where you are. Should we stick with the slabs? I'm going to move that. Just because I think...
Oh,
I'm not allowed to have favourites, but I think I have.
You're talking more my colour, because I'm not necessarily a pink person, although I did appreciate them.
I am a pink person.
But those are very much up my street. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, these are stunning. Just goes to show as well the difference that you can get. Look at the sparkle. You're not just getting one, but this one.
I love you get the quite big crystals in some of them, as well as the tiny Drusy. You get the quite big, well-formed crystals in them. They're amazing. They're fairy grottos.
Fairy grottos. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. Yeah, you can imagine that little, I don't know, Tinkerbell statue. Silhouette, I suppose, against the agate slabs. These are stunning, aren't they? Really, really, really exciting. And I love the fact that if I turn it, can you just see? There we go. You can see the sparkle as well. Some are actually right the way through. Some, this one, as you can see that I'm holding, it's just got the Drusy, but no hole in the centre. I mean, then just look at how unusual this slab is. Very, very, very unusual. Be incredible rings, wouldn't they? If you're not afraid of wearing those big statement pieces. I'm just thinking this one here would be a fantastic cocktail ring. You are getting 3. Obviously, they will all be individual. This is our studio sample here, but you'll have that guaranteed colour. You'll have 200 carats guaranteed as well, and the lovely, lovely elements of Drusy running through. Now, you've seen the pink. Not going to surprise you with the blue. Should be £9.95. How about we honour the price of the pink?
Haven't you got the two, the Pantone?
Yes, two Pantone colours. Absolutely. Absolutely, you've got the blues and the pinks. £6.95 only. I mean, I'd pay that for one of these without shadow of a doubt. And again, going back to what we were saying, your craft fairs, your summer fates and things like that. Imagine this on a stall in the summer sun.
Oh, it would look amazing. Especially if you could suspend it and it would just twirl and catch that light.
Or your sort of dream catchers and things like that. I mean, this is what I can imagine in such pieces. Loads of you loving these, and I'm not surprised, I do as well. Shall I sort of hold them on the back of the hand again, so you can actually see them against the skin tone? Because this could be, like Alison suggested, a perfect cuff. Aren't they amazing?
You see, in the smaller ones, you could make a really nice asymmetric set of earrings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not sure I'd have one in each ear, but because I'd have to have them balanced, but that's me.
See, I wouldn't mind about them being a little bit different. I quite like the idea that they're both going to be individual. Loads of you there. Stay where you are. I've got to move on. You have done it. Because up next we have got really, really exciting, beautiful shell in a star by. Tell you what, we haven't seen many occasions or opportunities like what you're about to see now in this strand. Maybe it's because we're now stepping into the summer months. Beautiful day yesterday. I hope it was with you. I had a proper doing day yesterday, you know, out and about. Doors were open, windows were open. It was really nice. Dog was running around in the garden. So yeah, love days like that. Love days like that, and when you achieve things. But yeah, we're getting into the summer months now, aren't we? So here in the UK, if you are watching in the UK, we're about due, aren't we? I think it's been one of the longest winters ever. Anyway, maybe that's why we haven't seen these patterns, and I don't know why, to be honest, because I think they would work in all different seasons, but particularly in the summer, where you bring out your sort of your big bold colours and your maxi dresses and things like that. Now I've got a massive quantity, and I'm just thinking this maxi dress, maybe some fantastic hippie chic style jewellery, some wonderful complete suites would be incredible. Wait till you see the pattern. It's kind of stepping back to the sort of 60s, 70s era, which is so incredibly on trend. You know, where they had the big patterns, particularly in the red and the oranges. I love them. I just think they're fantastic. They kind of remind me of pictures that I looked at with my mum in the 60s, my mum and my dad in the 60s, you know, the kind of outfits that she wore back then. Lovely colours. And those fashion trends, they do come full circle. Aren't they incredible?
Amazing, aren't they?
They actually remind me of sort of 70s crockery as well.
Now, do you know, I get a much more oriental feel from them.
Do you?
So I can imagine a kimono. Again, it's the highly patterned colours, isn't it?
I see where you're coming from there. Yeah. So you see sort of Japanese fashions.
You know, if you've got one of those beautiful coloured silk kimonos, and you can have some of that with it.
I love that. See, you can take it in so many different angles, couldn't you? You can take these to just like your hippie chic. Yeah. You can have it in your Japanese styles. Yeah. Just one just restranded looks absolutely amazing, like so. And they are double-sided too, so the patterns are on both sides. But I love the fact that they are so incredibly detailed.
Yeah, beautifully painted, I suppose.
Yeah,
beautifully designed.
Like little works of art, aren't they? Little tiny canvases, I suppose. Yeah, I totally agree. And look at the intricacy. Look at the detailing that you're getting with almost like little brush strokes. Can you see that?
They are gorgeous.
And then you've got that shimmer from the lovely shell itself. 20 millimeters round, totally brand new, lovely colours. The reds, the oranges and the yellows as well. And again, I'll flip a couple of these. Wow, I've just heard where they're going to. If you want to start in jewellery making and you don't know where to begin, get hold of this gorgeous strand. They're drilled through the centre, so meaning you can use any of your threading materials. Have a look at our website, or the wire that you've seen previously. Shepherd hooks that you just had, simple as. You don't need anything else. Shepherd hook and this strand and you're away basically, and you've created your first piece of jewellery. Double printed as well. If I just flip some of those over, you can actually see that the detail, the attention to detail is on both sides with us here at Jewellery Maker, and that is actually unusual. I've got a massive quantity, and the web, you know what's happening, don't you? Does the web know? Yeah, that's why I'm looking at least 30 being allocated within a matter of seconds. They know where we're taking this to. I like the idea of that sort of kimono. Yeah, $3.95.
Wow, perfect. Holiday jewellery.
Oh,
perfect. You know, sometimes you go away and you think, oh, well, I'd like to wear something, but I don't want to get it damaged or whatever.
Yeah.
You could afford to buy 2 strands, and then if you damage one, you can remake it.
A friend of mine has got her own jewellery business, and she sells, and she's quite eclectic. She's a really beautiful girl, and she's very eclectic. She's got a really lovely style, pink hair, and totally rocks it. You know, I'd never be able to pull off some of the outfits that she does, but she's a really stylish girl and makes her own jewellery, and it's called Hippie Days.
Oh,
yeah, and this is going to be right up Leanne's street. So I'm thinking, Leanne, if you're watching right now, you need to get this, because she does amazing chains around the arm, belts and things like that, headdresses. This would be fab, you know, for your festival style jewellery.
I want a belt on a white maxi dress.
Yeah.
On the beach with that as a belt.
Yeah. Fab.
Fantastic.
I want to go to my first festival because of this strand.
Yeah,
I've never been. I love music, don't get me wrong, but the thought of getting muddy, not me really. This is making me want to go just because I can put the wellies on and something like this, and you know, Sienna Miller style. Fabulous. Now we've got the blue.
Ooh.
Is it a double star buy? Can I just lay it next to it for a second? Different pattern. Now this to me is more of your dainty. This is Kim's favourite.
Oh, is it?
I love both because they're so different. They are so different, aren't they? This is a little bit more sort of ditzy, dainty, that style.
Absolutely.
I'm picturing again sort of like your fitted dresses, you know, the ones which are kind of button in at the waist and then they go out, really full skirt, floral patterns.
More 50s almost.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes. Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally and utterly different, but a lovely colour. Very complimentary colour. You've got almost forget-me-nots, haven't you?
Yeah, it's very, like you say, it's very delicate, but still very detailed.
Yeah. Really, really, really detailed. Look how many are in baskets already. Have we got the same quantity, Kimbo? Okay, a little bit less. Again, high shine, so you've got that lovely texture, printed on both sides, so just flip those over so you can actually see the attention to detail. Love that colouring, great for your fascinators, great for your day at the races, great for your festivals like we were talking about earlier on. Yeah. Great for your sort of barbecues. I mean, how many of you were doing a little bit of home maintenance yesterday whilst the sun was out? How many of you were thinking barbecues? Because I certainly did. We didn't have a barbecue, but I was like, you know what, we need to get the barbecue out so that we can have barbecues. This is the kind of strand that, you know, when you've got your friends round and it's a social but a relaxed occasion.
Yeah, it's very casual. Perfect with, you know, your white t-shirt and jeans or black. It's going nice with your black as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely, very casual, very easy wear.
Easy, exactly, and comfortable, and all ages, and it's not too dressy, but it could be if you wanted it to be. I'm going to have to bring that price in because there's so many of you there. I'm loving it. $3.95.
Silly.
Isn't that incredible? Can I just for 1 second, because I love the headdresses, and I'm probably getting to an age where I probably shouldn't be wearing them now. I don't care. If I like it, I'll wear it.
Too right.
Do you know? I don't think it should. Fashion should be dictated by age.
Absolutely
but,
not.
You know, those headdresses where, and again, going back to my friend Leanne, who she made on her website, and it's literally chain. So it goes chain back there, straight through the parting, and then it comes down like this. So really simple. And one coin. She actually had a coin right there. Just imagine that. I'm sure somebody else would probably rock this a lot better than me. But can you imagine just one of those?
Yeah.
Would look fab, wouldn't it? Absolutely fab. Text messages coming in. Both those strands would make stunning rings too. Yeah, absolutely, Catherine. They would. Totally. Victoria, key ring for craft fairs.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, key rings, bag charms.
Morning ladies, Avril in Essex says, fantastic show, love the deals, going to use these for fundraising for dog charity. Has got my birthday present from them at weekend. What a lovely idea. What a really nice idea. You got a new, was it your birthday or did you get a new doggy? I read that was your birthday.
Yeah, I read it was for a birthday, but she got a present from the dog charity.
Isn't that nice?
So I was thinking of new dog, but then I've just had one, so I'm automatically thinking
What, you've just had a new dog?
Well, a month ago. We've had her a month now.
I love that idea, Avril. Amazing. And happy birthday, by the way. Happy belated birthday. Check out, though, this is going to sell out without shadow of a doubt. Yeah, that's the beauty of these, of strands like this and the one previously, is because you can do so much with them, you know, and you don't have to, it doesn't have to be hugely complex. You can treat them like cabochons. You can treat them like beads.
Yeah, stretchy. Just do a stretchy bracelet with one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Now, we have got coming your way straight after the break. Can I show you these? Because these are really substantial. Some of the biggest Bewa pearls coming up just after the break. They're stunning, the amount of colours that you're getting. It's not just that sort of peacock. Look, look, look. Even under soft focus, you could see the pinks and the purples and the greens and the blues, couldn't you? Bewa pearls with all of its beautiful individuality, the lovely textures that you get. This is coming your way. Absolutely love the fact they're top drilled. So again, you can suspend these, you can elevate these.
Yeah, I need these. Jonathan, Tarry, if you're watching, please.
Jonathan, Tarry, every time that we're on together, we end up shouting your husband.
I know.
John, you've got time to go and get the phone. These, so Alison needs them. And I hope, likewise for you, we have got Morganite coming your way in an amazing deal of the day. The biggest chrome diopside. Incredible opportunities. Inspiration. Don't forget that lovely penguin coming up as well with Alison and Tarry, so I'm really excited about that. I hope you can join us, and we'll be back after this.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about Jewellery Maker. Watch one of our easy to follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund. Did you know that if you go to jewellerymaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just $2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $4.95.
We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that Jewellery Maker's phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Good morning, how are you? I hope you've had a lovely morning so far and you have woken feeling absolutely bright and cheerful and breezy. If you haven't, stick with us, because I tell you what, we will make sure that today gets off to a good start. Yeah. I think we have done already, Alison, haven't we? I
was going to say, it's got off to a cracking start with the bargains.
I'm going to say it as it is. This morning, when I got up, I wasn't really feeling it. You know, some days when you're just going, no, I'll stay here, thanks, I'll stay in bed. You know, I had the palaver with the tights. So progressively, I was in a little bit of a mood. But now, I'm in a great mood. That's because of all these amazing deals, and obviously I'm joined by you and the wonderful Alison, so why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? Okay, now, we have got Bewa pearls coming your way. Straight away, can I say, there's people on the phone lines and on the web checking out. I don't blame you, I wouldn't want to miss out on this either. Now, a peacock pearl has got those lovely combinations of aubergines and teal blue and navy, but then you have the pearlescence across the surface, added to, in actual fact, by the textures that you get with Bewa pearls. We're really embracing Mother Nature's obscurities. We're embracing pearls for the imperfections, I suppose, or what was once considered imperfections. They're not anymore. You know, we're embracing the fact that they are showing, and we had loads of messages coming in last time I saw Bewa pearls from customers who were saying, you know what, I love that. I love their individuality. I love their characteristics, because they show they are, you know, genuine and not formed within a laboratory, or they're not plastic or glass, dare I say. You know, I was in town on the weekend, spent way too much money this weekend spoiling the unborn one, but I walked past in one of the big department stores, you know, the ones which have the makeup, you get spritzed everywhere, have the makeup, have the jewellery, have the shoes, have the clothing, one of those big department stores, and I was, you know, perusing the jewellery, shall we say. Now there wasn't anything like a Bewa pearl there, but there were synthetic pearls, rounds, and Alison, the price.
I know. Well, I sometimes do that, and I'll just go in the shop just for a nosy. We forget. Working here, I can't remember the last time I bought stuff elsewhere. Working here, you forget how good the prices are, and it's worth going and looking.
Absolutely. I can remember the last time I bought a piece of jewellery outside a Jewellery Maker stroke Gemporia, obviously which we're still closely connected to. I remember the last time I was 23. It's a long time ago.
I was going to say only a couple of weeks ago then.
Bless you. No, it was a long. I'm talking about. I'm 37 now. I was 23 years old. That was the last time I actually bought a piece of jewellery outside of this. And I haven't worked here that long. I've just shopped with them for that length of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, I slightly digress. But yeah, they were synthetic pearls, and you could see they were plastic. They were so too perfect, basically. And they were £90. £90 for plastic, basically. This is Mother Nature's rarity. This is Mother Nature's incredible doing. All of those lovely textures. And please consider, I say it every single time, forgive me if you're going, oh God, she's going to do it again. But how fascinating that the mollusk, you know, the actual living organism that actually produces a pearl has to be, how big has that mollusk got to actually be able to house one of these individual pearls as well? Staggering, really, when you consider it. Are you seeing the different flashes of colour? That's the pearlescence, that's the beauty of Bewa pearls and how they enhance that pearlescent colour as well. So you'll see Paraiba greens, you'll see wonderful pinks, you'll see beautiful purples, you'll see incredible blues because of the unique texture as well. Now they're drilled through the top, so again, use these as individual solitaires, treat them as a cabochon if you wanted to. I love, and it's something I did just recently, a couple of weeks ago, taking one of the small cultured pearl rounds that we actually sell sometimes, and I've actually just using my precision glue, just glued one onto a Bewa pearl so it looks like the oyster and the pearl itself. And just turn them into earrings. Simple, dead simple, looks amazing, in my eyes anyway. I do make simple jewellery, but yeah, just literally gluing a white pearl and securing it on the inside, so you've almost got that mother of pearl effect being emulated by the Bewa pearl itself.
I think that's a brilliant idea. I'm loving the idea of making a ring out of it now.
Yeah.
I love the peacock pearls. And what you don't get with the synthetics, you don't get that pearlescence.
No, you don't get the colours.
You don't. And
no.
Oh, they're stunning.
Absolutely beautiful play of colour, isn't it? It's like a wonderful palette. Now, already lots of you there. We'll bring that price tag in for you. Fabulous textures. This is the only Bewa pearls that I have available this morning. Should be coming coming to you at £14.95, not today. Coming Gemstones. Previously, we've brought this to you and closed at £12.95. That's already amazing. £11.95. If you dial through now, if you check out now, because I truly think this is going to be an on-screen sellout. I mean, if you just took two of those Bewa pearls, and I will count them for you if you like, two of those Bewa pearls, and just do what I did, just secure one individual round or even a potato pearl of maybe a 4mm or 3mm size, just glue it with your hypo cement glue, and just, I mean, how amazing is that?
Absolutely beautiful. And how special is that? How
exactly.
Special.
I'm going to try and count them for you. Shall I do that as quickly as I can?
Amazing.
Because there's a lot here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, blimey, 62, 64, 66, 68, 69. 69 individual, approximately. That's working out at 17 pence each. So a pair of earrings.
I was going to say, and how much were the earring findings we had each?
Oh gosh,
pence each.
They were pennies, yeah.
So you're talking less than 50p probably.
Less than 50p
for a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
That you've got to sell for at least a £5.
Oh, really?
At least a £5.
I mean, yeah, they're going to fly off your craft fair or your stall or wherever it is. Another great example, again, I was thinking of, I bought a picture from inside our local precinct this weekend, and it was kind of like a pop-up business. He's not there every single day. Bought this lovely picture. It's his own business as well. Don't be afraid to try that. Going into your own individual not supermarket, sorry, into your shopping centres and
markets
things like that.
And,
Markets, very, very successful. Yeah. I mean, if you were making these for 50 pence each and you were selling them at £5, you know, you couldn't get synthetic for that price. No. Well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. You've done it. Incredible, beautiful. Absolutely love these. Are we doing the shell? Oh, when did we get these? These are lush. Brand new in. Oh, Alison, you've not seen these yet.
No.
I'm just going to pick one up first, if I can with my tweezers, and hold one against a Bewa pearl. Look.
Oh, how pretty. Oh, aren't they gorgeous little flowers?
Or little starfish.
Oh, little starfish. Oh, beautiful.
Right, 1 second. These are amazing. How many have we got of these? The petals, which they're hand carved, even curve.
Yeah.
If you've got stud earrings, you know the butterfly, you know, just literally feed it through because you've got the hole in the centre. Let me just try and rest them on my fingers. How many are we getting here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in a pack. Here we go. Let me just try and... Aren't these beautiful? I've just put 2 on my finger so you can see. But you're getting 10.
Oh, they're so pretty.
I love them. I love them. Again, just thread through. Use that central drill hole, or not. But stud earrings, perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe nestle a gemstone in there, a 2mm round.
Yeah, you could have a little cluster of them as a ring.
Oh,
They'd look
going
divine.
up like a vine.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, because you're getting all of these as well. If I just... You're getting all of these. I'll try and shimmy some on the hand as well, so you can actually see every single... Look at how many you're getting. There we go.
I did a ring a while back that was hinged, so it came down your finger as well. It was in your middle finger and the top, and they'd look brilliant. Almost, I'm back to the Japanese, Chinese style. You know, with the blossom.
I was about to say like cherry blossom.
Yeah.
They do look like cherry blossom. There's a tree at the bottom of my
flowers.
road which I think is just like this. Oh, they're gorgeous.
They are, aren't they?
These are brand new in, never been seen before. Perfect for earrings, perfect like Alison said for maybe a vine wrap ring. I'd be multi-buying. Now they should be, apparently, our target price is $12.95. You think how much work has gone into carving just one of these individual flowers. I love the fact that you have got that combination of colours, of course, Mother Nature, so you've got some which are a little bit more apricot than peach. All have got that lovely luster and detailing. Not coming your way at your $12.95 price tag. This is an introductory opportunity.
Ooh. Multi-buy, multi-buy, multi-buy.
How lovely would these be, just with a delicate individual chain, just kind of dispersed, I don't know, every 3 inches or something like that?
Yeah, beautiful. My niece wears delicate jewellery. They'd be perfect for her.
They would, wouldn't they?
Beautiful.
Just these threaded onto some chain.
Yeah, they'd look amazing.
Really, really, really dainty and elegant. Loads of you there. Have we got many of these, Kim? Okay, we had 178. That's quite a big quantity, but there are tons of you there. Again, I'm thinking for your hair, they'd be incredible. For your bridal jewellery, they'd be amazing.
Tiaras, you could put them in tiaras. Little combs, having them coming up, and they'd look incredible.
They really would, wouldn't they? Because you can actually go through, you know, the heart, that little hole, if you like, the drill hole in the centre of the actual flower itself, or suspend it if you wanted to. $7.95 only. Never seen anything quite as detailed as these before. Yes, we've brought you carved shell and carved flowers, but never as detailed. Because they have got that, you know, real curve. Every petal.
And the back as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just, oh, we'll forget the back, we'll just do a flat bit on the back. They're lovely.
No, you can actually see, especially with this darker one here, can you actually see how the petals turn themselves over? Davinia's bought 3, Carol's bought 2, Marion's bought 2, Sheila and Martin bought 2, Merseyside's bought 2, Somerset's bought 2, Carolyn Cornwall's bought 2. Loads of you getting involved. You're going to love these. If you like this with the Morganite that's coming up later on.
Oh. Put a head pin through the middle, and you've just got that little gold centre in the middle. Yeah. It'd look beautiful.
Really would look, just a simple hairpins.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just something really delicate, which is not necessarily obvious until you actually get right up close.
You know there's something there, but you can't.
Something keeps catching the light, or she's got really glossy. Just imagine a couple of them sort of threaded in. Little girls, they'd be fabulous for little girls as well.
Them.
I'm loving these. 178 is how many we had. I think they're going to sell out. In fact, I'm pretty certain they will, because many of you are choosing not just to buy the one, but get lots of them as well. Just beautiful.
Prettiness.
Absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's time for your first designer inspiration with the wonderful Alison. Stunning pieces of jewellery. I love the combination of gemstones in this.
I did too. Absolutely loved this kit.
And of course, if it's Alison Tarry, then we have to have wire, don't we? Now we're going to bring the should be price onto your screens. This is if you were to buy each individual component off our own website. This is what it would be, but it's not going to be. In fact, it's nowhere near. That's me trying to give you the biggest hint ever. Yeah? Okay.
.4.
Wait, 0.6 gold, 0.4 gold, and you're getting 10 metres of both of those. Then you've got 0.8 in the gunmetal and 100 metres of your 0.25. So 10, 10, 10, 100. 130 metres of wire. This is our new wire.
I have to say, I didn't manage to use it all. I'm very sorry.
I'm not surprised you didn't manage. So I think we will let you off there, Alison. It's that I'm not surprised you haven't been able to. This is almost like a Tahitian pearl, that gunmetal.
Yeah.
It always reminds me of that sort of Tahitian pearl, or quite a titanium-esque. It would look amazing with the Bewa pearls that you've just seen.
It would, and I've mixed it with the gold, and it goes incredibly well.
Yeah,
so well with it.
It's something you probably wouldn't think of instantaneously, but then when you actually see them maybe gizmo together, they do really work. Not just your wire though. Love the combination. I'm going to stack them on top of each other because love the combination and the variation of gemstones. You've got not one, not two, not three, but 4 strands of genuine gemstones coming your way. Starting with, where do we start? I was thinking the rutile.
Yeah, me too.
Were you thinking the rutile? Love the shape.
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing rutilations.
Incredibly strong rutilations. Now, I've not seen a strand like this. They are kind of like your monkey nuts.
Yeah.
Do you see? In terms of the shape, I've not seen that shape before, faceting.
I've seen the shape before. I've never seen it with the rutile.
No, not with this
quartz.
gemstone. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Incredible.
Seen it with coral.
Yeah.
Seen it with coral, but not with rutile. Look how strong those rutilations are as well. So incredible, like impressionist art. You get darts or shards running through the gemstone. You want that definition, that monochrome beauty. So the variation of the black with the white. You want that. A lovely, lovely shape. Yeah, these are fab.
Right.
And the other thing about this strand is they're stacked on there as well, because they are those kind of like little Russian ladies, like Russian dolls, you know, like the little Russian dolls, that kind of shape. They butt up against each other quite nicely, so you get loads of them on the strand. And listen to me getting carried away. This is as if this is the only strand in the kit. It's not by any means. You are getting 280 carats, totally natural black rutile quartz, and it is. We describe it as bone shaped. I call it sort of like your monkey nut shape myself, or figure of 8 basically.
Yeah,
beautiful curves. Now you've also got some beautiful rose quartz, faceted rounds as well, 70 carats, and they're 6 millimeters. Look at that for a combination.
Beautiful together.
Absolutely incredible, isn't it? How about some gorgeous pearls? These are shell pearls in 8mm rounds, so perfectly spherical. If you are like Mark Smith, who loves to have that consistency of shape, he actually prefers a shell pearl. Then because it is that perfect round.
Yeah. Sometimes you want a perfect round.
Yeah. It all depends on your design, I suppose, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, what kind of look you're going for. So they are ultimately what every cultured pearl aspires to be, a shell pearl. They're 8mm, as I said. Last but by no means least, gosh, don't see this gemstone every single day, your rhodonite, which always reminds me of sort of like chocolate and raspberry, mixed together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Natural, genuine gemstone. Again, you've got the patterns running through. Plus all of the wire, don't forget. Love this kit. It's your wire weaving collection. You've got 130 metres of your wire. Should be £46.10 if you were to buy all of these gemstones and all of the wire individually off our website. However, how about we give you a saving of £26.15? Wow. I can't wink. I pull funny faces when I wink. But that was... I have to do the mouth bit as well at the same time. That was me trying to give you a hint of how low this kit was going to be. I mean, Alison, you said you didn't touch anywhere near all of the wire.
I've got loads left.
Yeah, I mean, I'd pay over £10 for the rutile quartz.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a very, very good price just for the 4 strands, because the 4 strands, that's what I got left. The 4 strands are absolutely incredible. Yeah,
100%. I mean, if you think about how often do you see rhodolite, how often do you see rutile quartz, especially, I've never seen it in that shape, in that gemstone. With the beauty of the rose, just everything. Yeah, I pay it for the gemstones. You're quite right to say that. But you have also got 130 metres of wire, including the new colours that we've not long launched in your gunmetal. And all the different gauges that you need, really, to get started.
It's almost buy the gemstones, get the wire free.
Yeah, or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa. Amazing.
Without doubt. A £26.15 saving. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads are in baskets. So do check out. Have we got quantity of these, Kim? Have we got quantity, Kim? Okay. Already 50% of the stock's gone, and we had we only had less than 100. Let's take a mosey over to the lovely Alison, shall we? Because you've made some beautiful, beautiful pieces, and you've really used those black rutiles.
Oh, I love them. It's not very often I'll get carried away by the gemstones more than wire, because I'm a wire addict.
No, well, absolutely, that's true.
The rutile quartz, I loved it. When you put them, I've seen, you know, like I say, we've seen the peanut shapes before, but they tend to be self-colours. Because you've got the rutile, it doesn't look the same as when you've got a self-colour, because your eye's drawn to all those different places of the rutile. Yeah. You know, it's like when you have a dress and you have a patterned panel down the middle, and then you're
drawn to that bit, aren't you?
Around the outside. Yeah, it kind of slims you down. Well, it kind of takes your eye all over the place. Yeah. I absolutely loved it. Loved the combination.
Genuinely, in all of my years being here, which is all coming up 4 years, I've not seen that shape with that gemstone before, and I love it. So definitely maybe something that we could ask for more of if you do miss out. Leanne in Devon is saying, "Oh my gosh, Alison, amazing! You are the master, and what a price! Love, love, love."
Thank you.
She isn't she?
Amazing price.
You know, I will take credit for for our lovely Alison. For finding you.
Oh, you did.
You found me, didn't you?
No, you found me. You phoned me up.
I did.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
brought it to you.
You did.
You can thank me for that.
It's not your fault.
No, see, aren't we lucky? Anne in Caithness said, "Oh my goodness, I am ready. I am already at the desk, pliers and wire ready for Alison's demo." Yes. You're not alone there, my lovely. Now, just before we go into the demonstration, though, we've got loads of wire to bring you. So, the gold and this colour.
Yeah, the brown.
I've not seen this.
Oh, is it the bronze or the brown?
It's brown.
Yeah.
It's bronze and brown.
Because we've got the antique bronze.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a bronze and a brown now. And they're all kind of
You can
tones.
see. Well, I'm so glad you said that, because you've literally got both of those here. This is the bundle. Look how much there is. My goodness. Wow. Marmalade.
Excellent. But look at the subtle difference between those two. You can see the...
Yeah. This is the chocolate. This is the copper. Is that what you said?
Bronze. Is it copper or bronze?
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of gauges, I haven't got my tablet here, so what have we got here? 50 metres of your gold in the 1 mil, 10 metres in the 0.4, which is there, 50 metres of your bronze in 0.8, and 50 metres of your brown in your 0.6. This is a lush bundle.
It is. It's very lush. It's very ooh. Do you know what I mean? Ooh.
Like this is like one of those gooey caramel chocolates.
Yeah. You just want to dive straight in.
You know the ones that you go, oh look, there's a little bit that's just come over my.
You let some escape. I don't let it escape.
I don't waste it. I don't waste it. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Savouring it.
Savouring that. Yeah, it's like gooey caramel goodness. Yeah, that's what these colours remind me of. An amazing deal coming your way. Should be £38.80. Kim says I'm about to be naughty.
Oh.
She's always naughty, like the caramel. That is naughty.
That's very naughty.
12p a metre. Wait, hang on a second. We've got 10 metres of your 0.4. How many metres of your 1 mil? 50. 50 metres of your... Yeah, that does add up to 160. Sorry, I was just being really dizzy then. I was just like, hang on a second, that's more than 160 metres. That's loads.
That's a lot of meterage for that bunny.
It is.
And that's going to go, you've got some cracking
a lot of meterage for your yeah, well done those of you that are getting it, and well done to producer Kim for being able to put. I've not seen the chocolate colour before.
No, it's brill, isn't it? The bronze, I'm loving the bronze and I'm loving the brown as because I love my antique bronze, and the mixing of them all together, I'm really loving the way they mix together.
Yeah, very
tonally.
decadent, quite Marrakesh, quite rich.
Yeah.
Quite
it's that spicy sort of.
Yeah, I can imagine this sort of in the sun, things like that. But again, similarly, it would look amazing in the winter times. And love that combination. £20 only. So
amazing.
For those people that are new, what do you use the different gauges for? Well, you've got the weaving with your 0.4.
0.4. The 1 mil I would be using for structure.
Yeah.
And what have we got? The 0.8 and the 0.6.
Yeah.
Right, well, I've got 0.8 and 0.6 on here, which I'm going to weave in plait in the middle. I've used 0.8 for weaving. I've used 1 mil for structure and the 0.8 in the penguin. All sorts of things. They will cover, that's covered all your bases.
There we go. Grab it whilst you can. Super busy today. Absolutely super busy. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's like a gooey caramel chocolate. I had an egg and bacon sandwich on the weekend.
Oh, did you?
And it's funny because Tom turned to me and he was like, this is just typical me. It was like, Elle, you've got egg, literally. So not just a little bit, it was literally
one of those you bite into it. And
Oh, well, if you're going to have egg and bacon sandwich, you know, do it properly.
Yeah.
I just had to tell you that. The gooey chocolate reminded me of it. Kim's going, ooh. Why are you going, ooh? You don't like egg?
Oh, yeah, I like a bit of egg.
And me?
I had egg and mushroom muffins. And that dribbled.
Yeah.
Run down my hands.
Yeah, see, and I'm always deeply disappointed if my egg is hard.
Escaped. Oh, yeah, you've got to have the
slippage. Slippage. These words are coming out with. Okay, right, let's get on with our wonderful demonstration. I'm sure our jewellery makers don't want to hear about us eating and our breakfast habits.
Right. I know I've shown plaiting before, but what I've been asked for a lot and what I haven't been able to show very often, and it's a slightly different design, is the finishing of it. So I'll take you quickly through doing the plait.
Okay.
Because I think it looks amazing. The gunmetal and the gold just give it a slight... You can't see the difference between them, but you get this different effect on it. So it's not quite just gunmetal. I think the optical illusion you get is incredible. Because it's only the 0.6 running through the middle, it's not a big chunk of colour through the middle, which I've done before. So I think that looks really, really incredible. But I wanted to show you how to finish it.
Yeah,
so I wanted to put the finishing on. One
thing what I thought, when you said that you'd use those two colours together, I must admit, I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
But actually, it works amazing.
It does work amazing. It really, really does work beautifully.
Yeah.
And then, if we've got time, I'll quickly show you how to do the ring as well, because I fell in love with that ring.
Fab.
I love that ring.
Fab.
I love all the... I'd actually... People who know me know I'm not really pink. I'd wear all those pieces.
And it is definite pink.
And that ring's...
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful.
So right, I've got 6 lengths of 0.8. Now, to do a 7-inch bracelet, I think I cut it to about 12 inches. And that gives you enough to fold over as well and be comfortable. Okay?
Yeah.
So each of these, I've done them shorter just for ease of demoing. So 6 lengths of the 0.8 gunmetal and 3 lengths of the 0.6 gold. And I've just bent them over, popped them through and bent them over the back of the macrame board.
Okay.
If you want to keep it straight, do it on the pattern side, and it gives you tram lines to work within for your
gives
plait.
you a gauge, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to pop those in. Now, when you're plaiting multiple layers, the trick is to keep them flat, because if they twist, it's fine. You get an effect, but you don't get that the colour difference and things like that. So it's simple plait, same as you do if you're doing your hair. But you can also do 4, 5, 6 strand plaits as well. So whatever plait you're doing, you can put layers of colours to it and it'll give you that effect. But the idea is to hold them flat. So I'll always, when I bend it, I'll always keep my finger on it while I bend it. So I'll bend it over. So I want these to stay flat. Now when you start, it's a little bit fiddly. So don't worry about the very top bit, because when you undo it, you then can just finish off that top bit. So I usually plait slightly longer than I want.
Okay.
Okay, but you can also plait backwards when you undo it. It is unstable to begin with, but you want that gold in the middle. See, that one's already come out of place. Get back in the middle view. And once you've gone a few, it actually starts coming into line. So it's very fiddly, and I'm sorry my fingers are in the way. It's very fiddly to begin with. Bear with me. It's a lot easier if I stand up to do this. There we go. Okay, now we're started. So now we're just coming over. See, I'm holding the wire and pulling the other one round. So I'll hold it in place. And the same principle for a lot of things. The curve is from where you stop the curve. If I put my finger there, the curve will be beyond it. And if I hold it really tight, I'll get a close curve. Yeah. If I hold it down there, I'll get a wider curve. Yeah. So
all depends how tight you want the plait to be.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can have a very loose plait or a very tight one.
And obviously the tighter the plait, the more wire you're going to need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because obviously you're going to be covering a greater distance.
So you can see once you've got going, the wires start staying in place a little bit better. So we'll quickly do a length of plaiting. Now, if you're going to do a necklace of it to match, what you have to do is actually curve it as you're plaiting it. Because if you try and curve it afterwards, you squash the plait.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
So as you're plaiting, and like I say, just keep your eye on these wires because they will try and come out of place. There we go. And you just pop them around. So I've only done a short length, so keep your eye on your wires. And to curve it, you literally just pull it a little bit further round and plait it so that it's coming a bit further round each time. So you can actually plait round a corner. Okay? But we're not doing that for now. You can also make lovely rings with it doing this.
Yeah, and talk necklaces, anything like that, can't you?
Absolutely. Right, so I've got a length. Now, it's not brilliantly even because I'm rushing it, but I'll show you how you can do that. I'm now going to take it off my macrame board. It's a bit like your Viking knit. You can actually sort of if you stretch it and use your fingers, then you'll pull it all. You'll just ease it out. So now it looks a lot more even. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Just a slightest little bit of...
You're almost just sort of running it through your fingers. Yeah. To make it a little bit more even.
I guess by pushing down the sides, you're actually pushing the wire, any areas which are actually sort of bulged out slightly, you're pushing it back into place, aren't you?
Absolutely. So what I did for that bracelet is I had two lengths of plait, and then I just wrapped with the 0.4 the beads into place, the shell pearl. So I just went round the plait, through the shell pearl, round the other plait, and it's just crisscrossed all the way along. So I won't take you through that because it is very easy, very easy. But I definitely want to get these ends done. So I've got an extra piece of my wire and I took it across the two. So I'm just going to pop that in and bend it up, and then with my flat pliers, which I put away, amazingly I was being tidy for once, I'm going to bend that down. Now I want this to sit within that. So can you see how I've bent that down?
Yeah.
So that that's still in there. So if I turn this over, so we've now got our different sections, and I'm going to start trimming them. So I want to leave about 4 mil.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll start on this end, it'll be
Now,
easier.
4 millimetres isn't that much.
No, it's not that much. You don't need a lot. And then get your round nose or your chain nose pliers and just pull that down. And making sure that that's now caught in there.
So you're kind of making a 360 loop, aren't you, with the rest of the wire?
Almost, yeah. You're pulling it all the way round.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't need much, because you're actually pulling it down. Now, what you want to try and do is to pull it down so that it's sitting on top of the wire plaits.
Can we just hold that up so everybody can see?
That way, yeah.
There we go. So you can see, there we are. So it's literally curved itself round.
Yeah, you've just curved it round and you've curved it onto itself so that it's sitting on top of it. So when you turn it over, you shouldn't be able to see those wires behind it.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Now, whilst Alison's doing that, just literally doing that curling round, so you're just basically doing that 360.
Yeah.
I've got an amazing DVD opportunity to bring you. It includes 5 DVDs. They're approximately an hour long, and it's basically inviting one of our amazing guest designers into your home. You can stop and start the techniques, the skills, the mediums at your own pace. It's a great way of learning. Now, it should be £24.75, but never mind that, honestly, we're going so low. We are so incredibly proud of our DVD collection that we have here at Jewellery Maker, because I mean it's basically what the majority of our Jewellery Maker family actually start learn with. Now, this is with Gemma Crow, your Wirework Rings Edition 3. So you've got Gemma Crow within your home there, teaching you these wonderful Wirework Rings designs, just taking one individual gemstone, see. Ring mandrel, all the tools that are available on our website. And the wire, which obviously is available in this kit. So approximately an hour there, and you've got 6 different chapters. Now, the wire sculpture, I know this DVD. It's with yours truly, Alison, Tarry. I love this. It's great. It's not just jewellery. It's about wonderful designs, pieces of art in my eyes. Now, within this, you actually make learn the scroll technique, which you need for all of them, don't you?
Yeah.
The wirework box, the bell, and the stocking as well, which really once you get those techniques, you're away with wirework structure.
Oh, absolutely. And most of them you can, they're sculptures, but you can use those techniques for all of your jewellery as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be teaching you as well, I'll say we. Alison is going to be teaching you the lovely penguin as well today, so make sure you do stay tuned. So an hour long tuition with Alison. Then we've got the wire wrapping cabochons. Now, a technique which, believe me, many do actually struggle with. So how we actually go about introducing cabochons which haven't necessarily got a drill hole through the centre. This is with
Laura Binding,
I think Laura Binding, yeah. It looks very Laura Binding, and you've got 5 different chapters rather, from your freeform brooch, woven wire ring, tree of life cabochon, yeah, it's Laura, isn't it? Organic wire cuff. Then we've also got your channel set pendants. This is with our lovely Jan. So far, you've got 4 different guest designers. So far, with the lovely Jan Dwyer. So we were talking about how do we incorporate, how do we make, do the channel setting. It's very addictive, and it's something that lots of our Jewellery Maker family are doing. Again, you get 6 different chapters. And last but by no means least, the chips and nuggets with wire. This is Mark Smith. So 5 DVDs, 5 different guest designers, 5 different, well, lots of creativity and tuition. Now, this is Mark's chips and nuggets with wire. Now, huge saving coming your way. How about £1.99 per DVD?
You're joking. £4.95 is such good value for those DVDs. It really is.
That's what they should be individually. Can I just say, here at Jewellery Maker that is, can I just say, I know, and I don't know if it's still the case, but I negotiated the price with the people that do our DVDs for us.
Oh, right.
I negotiated the price. I don't know if that's been bettered since then, but let's just say our management team are very, very happy. I don't know if that's even covering it right now.
It's a bargain price.
Okay, go back to when when Jewellery Maker first started. We were paying more than that for a DVD to be made. Us, considerably more than that, by the way. I don't even know if we're covering the costs here.
No.
Hey, listen, that's not for me to worry about or you to worry about. Grab the deals, even if you've only got one or two. If you've got 1 or 2 of them already. You know, if you come here to the studios, you can swap them. Great presents.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Great for things like groups, bead groups, or you know, Cubs and Scouts and guides and things like that. After school clubs, fabulous, absolutely fabulous collection.
It really is, and like I said, my mum does quite a bit for charities, etc. And she's very she's particularly crafty now in her retirement. And she was saying to me, crafty as in, you know, creative.
Yes.
And she was saying, Elle, on her DVDs, I want to get some more DVDs. So this is reminding me I need to get this as well for her, because this is the ideal gift.
It is, or you could split it up and give it to 5 people. You know, give one with some of the wire bundles. Now, how's that for a nice gift, a get started gift?
Exactly. Yeah, the bundle that you've just seen, or the kit that you've just seen, and this, you're away basically. Absolutely incredible. Now, again, just before we move on, I want to bring you some more wire.
Yeah.
Amazing colours.
Oh, I'm loving them. I've not seen the pink one. That's a lovely pink.
See, I'm attracting you to pink today.
Yeah, no. I'm getting worried.
See, Alison doesn't normally like pink.
I don't do pink. But look at that.
That's not a really obvious pink,
no,
though, is
it isn't. It's almost a dusky pink.
Yeah.
It's almost.
3 spools of your 0.6. Now, if you're on a budget and you're thinking about starting in jewellery making, would you say that 0.6 is a great gauge to buy because you can make it thicker by
twisting it, or gizmo coiling it,
Yeah,
you can macrame with it, you can Viking knit with it, you can kumihimo with it,
findings.
You can make findings with it. You can do your wrap loops with it. You can do tiara technique with it.
Jump rings.
Yeah. I'd perhaps not make jump rings out of them, but I'd certainly make connectors because I'd wrap it.
Yeah.
So I'd want a little bit more security.
It's
so I'd
very
wrap
versatile.
It. Absolutely versatile. Goes through absolutely the majority of gemstones.
Yeah.
You know, but a lovely wire. Lovely.
There should be prices on your screen.
Plait it.
Plait it, like what you're just doing now,
like
Alison.
what I've just been doing.
It's just summer fruits. Oh, do you know what? That's the perfect name for this bundle. Because you've got your raspberries, your strawberries and your blueberries there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Love it. I love that. I wonder if Kim was actually eating some summer fruits when she put this bundle together. In total, 150 metres, so you've got 50 metres of each spool.
Wow.
I mean, the fact that they should be under £10 each is incredible, but not today.
Oh, wow. £5 for 50 metres. Oh, dear.
That's working out at 9 pence a metre of wire.
I love it.
How much are you using approximately, Alison, right now for this?
So for the plait, let's say you're going to do a 3-strand plait with three wires in each.
Colours.
Okay. And I said, what, about 15 inches for each one?
Yeah.
So
that's 45 does that do one of these?
Yeah.
So in total you're going to have 90 inches.
Yeah.
Which is about, gosh, my
About
maths
3 metres.
3 metres.
Something
There
like
we go.
that.
So it's not even that, is it?
No.
So hang on a second. What do we say it was per metre?
9p per
9p. So this bracelet is going to cost 27 pence.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you break it down like that, you know,
scary.
it is scary. Yeah, that's working out
Brilliant.
5 pence per reel, and you can see the beautiful colours here. They're described as fuchsia, hot red, and also your purple. But I want to stick with the strawberry, raspberry, and your blueberry. I want to stick with that because it is your very summer fruits, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
But you see, if you put those, say, with the shell pearl,
Yeah.
and you do a rosary link with that colour coming through,
Really
it would look amazing. So you could pick any of those colours. You know, it would go so well. You put it with the antique bronze or any of the metallics and you get an incredible different colour.
Yeah.
Really, really, really recommend to people for twisting their wire. Because
You don't have to
you
use
mix
them
it.
together, do you?
No, you don't.
exactly. Totally agree.
Any of those with antique bronze would look amazing.
Yeah.
The purple and antique bronze, I mean, it's chocolate in a
We're
wrapper,
going
isn't
back
it?
to that chocolate, aren't we? We are. We're going back to that gooey
is.
chocolate caramel and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, back to you.
Right, so I've done each end. Obviously, this isn't a full bracelet. And I've just bent them over on each end. So with the wire, what we're going to do is if you bend it over, you can now just wrap one end. And if I wrap this around, going a couple of times around,
Oops, sorry, that was me.
trim it off, and then we just pop a loop on the other end. Whoops. Does better with round pliers or a baling plier, either or. And then we get our eye bit of our bracelet fastener, and it's so secure and it's not coming out and it's not going anywhere, and it looks so tidy from the other side.
Yeah.
And then the other side, what we do, whoops, we bend it over and we make our shepherd's hook side to just hook in. So a couple of times round, trim it down, and then we just pop our shepherd's hook. So go over it, put your little kick in. Now I like,
Can we just show that to the camera? Because
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
you see that there. There we go. Beautiful.
Now you see, I'm not a fan of the loose ends, which is why this has got such a long end. I'm just going to take that and turn it.
So you can actually make this bracelet without any gemstones at all.
You can if you want, yeah. You can
Just
just
have a single plant.
Very simple bracelet. That way, there you go.
Yeah.
And there's your hook at one end and your eye at the other.
So that hook will then go literally loop
If I-
round. Oh, you've made a little baby one.
It's either a giant's ring or a baby's bracelet. But it shows you the technique, and it was the ends that really, there we go, put it on the white, that I've wanted to show people, because I
Yeah,
don't
the
always get time
finishing.
to show the finishing, whereas
Yeah,
I've
the
shown
finishing
the plant.
touches. Well, do you know, and that's really important. Again, we have got lots of tuitions and things like that. So, but I don't know if this is actually has been on show. So through the tuition. So fantastic. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
You keep talking about antique bronze wire, don't you?
I do. It's one of my favourite. And it goes with everything. It's brown. In nature, you have stems and tree trunks. Brown goes with everything.
It is Mother Nature's palette, isn't it? What colours? I've got 4 spools of antique bronze wire. In all of the gauges, really. Yeah. Look at these. Now, there's 0.4. Then you've got 0.25. Then you've got your 1 mil. And then you've got your 0.8. So they are the essentials, aren't they?
They are.
That gives you your weaving, your binding, your macrame, your structures, everything. the different gauges of wire, they all have different uses, would look incredible. You were talking about actually teaming the purple or with this colour, weren't you?
Absolutely, it would go incredibly with the colour. It would go great with the kit we've got, it would mix in with that. Actually goes well with the gunmetal as well.
Yeah, looks amazing with the gunmetal.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. So
Perfect.
40 metres of wire. This just should be priced. My goodness, that's so low.
Yeah.
I know I keep saying it, and I'm like a broken record, Alison, and I know you've probably heard me say it time and time again, but genuinely, I can remember when one spool of wire, particularly the 0.8 into the 1 mil, would be bordering on this price.
Yeah.
You know, let alone 40 metres of it.
And it's such a robust wire. And it's got a depth to it. The antique bronze just gives you this real depth. It doesn't come across on the camera. And it just gives you a richness to it, because you almost get two-tone, because when the light shines on it, you get that copper or almost gold colour coming through. Yeah. Love it.
You've not noticed what's just happened?
No, I haven't. Kim! Oh my gosh, she's on fire with the wire.
Again, going back to when I started here at Jewellery Maker upstairs in the office. I was doing, I did our project management. That's where I started, and I can remember the price of one 10-metre spool of wire, particularly, let's just use the 1 mil as an example, because there's more copper there, would be in excess of what you're seeing on your screens. Now, web bidders, £7.95. £7.95 for everything that you've got on your screens right now. Just to reiterate, the 0.25, you've got the 0.4, the 0.8 and the 1 mil. Half the stock gone within literally a nanosecond. Not literally, but...
I can remember when I was doing my wedding bouquet and I needed antique bronze wire to make all the structure for the bouquet, because I made it all out of mesh flowers. And I was waiting and waiting for it to come so I could buy it. And every time it came on, I'd buy as much as I could. And then it'd sell out before I could buy enough. Yeah. And I'd have to wait again for the next lot to come on.
Well, that's the thing. It's sold out. Well done. Yeah. Well done. And that's the thing. Our supply does not meet our demand. You know, they are still, you know, in this day and age, it's still delivered by ship. So it takes obviously a long time to reach us. Now, just before we go back to the gorgeous Alison, we have got some, these are low in stock. Don't see enough agate.
I love agate.
And me.
Variety again.
Variety, colours. Yeah. This is your rainbow agate, and you've got that beautiful crackling as well. So amazing texture. Faceted marquee shape, which is one of the most wasteful, hence expensive, of cuts, because you've got that those really dramatic angles, which again makes it very, very, very difficult for the lapidarists. Just one of these wire wrapped, stunning.
Absolutely brilliant, perfect on rings.
The ring you just made would be amazing.
It would be brilliant on the ring. We're gonna do it in a minute. Yeah, great for a herringbone pattern, because it's got that shape that you can go round. Yeah, and I can't remember which DVD that's on. I think it's on one of Mark's macrame DVDs, the herringbone. Yeah, and I think brilliant, absolutely beautiful, actually, to make in the right angled weave.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible.
Looks fantastic.
It's going to have to be quite a speedy demonstration, and this is low in stock, so we should be £13.90. So I tell you what we'll do is we'll rush that price point in that deal, because they're not going to hang around for very long. Coming your way at just £9.95 for both strands that you're getting here. You get beautiful pinks, you get lovely oranges, you get greens, you get indicolite blues. Absolutely fantastic. Check out as soon as you can. And 180 carats in total. Now, 20 have gone, did you say? Yeah. Beautiful. Within seconds. Literally within seconds. Okay.
Right. So we speed demoing, are we?
Oh no, we've got time. We've got 7 minutes. We've got 7 minutes. You've got time.
Right. So I'm using my 0.8. It wouldn't be right if I didn't demo some wire weaving, would it? And the 0.25. Now the 0.25 I've left on the reel. Be careful what you do with it so that it doesn't go everywhere.
I've done that.
Yeah. And also I'm going to show you here. Be careful of those.
What are those?
Right.
And what do they? What?
Because if you pull it, you get a snag and it's a weak point.
Yes.
Okay, so if you ever get a loop, always come back out of it. And depending on how you have, if you unwrap it as you're weaving, what happens is it sort of twists, so you end up getting these loops, so you have to watch it.
Basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you can't unravel that kink then.
Once it's gone to a tight kink, on the 0.25 you're stuck.
The pressures.
You may as well cut it out and join in.
Yeah.
But if you leave it sort of close to you flat, so that it can actually trundle out round as you pull it, and I'll sometimes pop something on top to stop the wire coming over it, you don't get those kinks.
Yeah. So
just something to be aware of when you're wrapping. Right, so the weave I've used for the shank of this is 10 round the main one, and then we split off to do 2s on either side. As I don't know that it's got a name. However, sorry, I put my chair back in the wrong place.
There we go.
Right, so I'm going to start off with 10 wraps around the centre.
Yeah. Just literally.
Yeah. And because it's the 0.25, one of the joys of the 0.25 is you can wrap easier. So instead of having to sort of go like that each time you're doing it, which you would with the 0.4, you can literally, you're almost just passing it to and fro, pass behind, come back the other side, take it back, come back the other side, and you can build up so quickly with a backwards and forwards motion. And each time, if you notice, my finger goes on the wire.
Can we do that again? Because I've not seen this technique before.
So my finger goes on the wire to push it down.
Yeah.
So you go through the gap,
and up
back through the other gap, and pulls it down. Through the gap, back through. Through the gap, you have to make sure you get through the right bit of the gap, and back through. And you can actually do that quite quickly. You build up a really good rhythm. So you want to do that 10 times. I've now done that more than 10 times, but hey ho. It's a really nice way of doing it. You can't do it with the with the 0.4, with the 0.8.
Oh, I see.
Because the wire has not got enough extra strength, if you see what I mean.
If I just pop the actual finished ring on the back of my hand, you can see what it builds up as well. Because I've not seen that technique before.
All right. Well, it's just to start. I mean, you can do it with every weave. You can do it with all sorts of weaves, but you're just going backwards and forwards, and as you come forwards, you're going the other side of the wire.
So that backwards and forwards is actually doing that.
Yeah.
Very tight coil, almost gizmo.
Yeah.
Love it.
And if you do want to just have a coil through, layering, because I love layering up my wires, my weaves. If you want to layer it up and just do a coil, then that's what you can do, is you can just go backwards and forwards through it.
Okay.
Right, so if you've done 10, we're now going to go around the top 2 twice. And again, I'm coming back to the middle. So then I'm going to go back to doing 10 in the middle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you notice, like I say, I'm pushing it down each time.
Yeah.
So I've come through, but I need to come back out and go round the bottom 2 twice. So it's almost like a hit and miss fence. So you go 10 through the middle, up between the 2, 10 through the middle, down round the 2.
Okay.
10 through the middle, up, 10 through the middle, down. And you get this pattern, if I grab this one, that you get to, that's now got...
Love that weave.
Hang on, there you go. Give you a bit of
Builds
wire.
up really quickly, and also it looks more. Is it a simpler weave? Because
it's a nice simple weave to do.
Yeah.
It's a 3-strand weave, and it's nice, easy repetition that gives you a nice effect.
Yeah, I love that effect.
Now 4, I've discovered for an N, which is the most common, a 7, isn't it?
Size 7, yeah.
You want about 2 inches for the shank.
Okay.
So.
That's a top tip, actually, because, like I said, size 7, which is the US equivalent, our N is the most predominantly purchased size, here in the UK anyway.
So, as with these rings, if you do it smaller, you can then slide it along. So I would always do it smaller than I want, and then take it down to the place I want. Now, we're doing them crisscross, so actually I can get rid of these wires. So you can trim off, but always finish with a 10, because the 2 make, with the 0.25, the longer the distance you've got to wrap round, the less likely it will hold its shape. So if you're just doing it round the central one, you can then just trim those off, and the same with the bottom under there. So I'm just going to trim those off. Now I want to splay these out. And I deliberately picked the rhodonite that were different. on that one. I love the fact that you get some with heavy matrix, some that slightly grey of colour.
They have got a matrix very similar to like a turquoise, haven't they?
Yeah, so I deliberately picked it out, and on the other one, on the bracelet, I actually graduated them. I was channeling my inner Mark. So I'm going to splay these out, and then I'm going to hold the ring and the stone, so I want to pull the wire across, and then I'm going to take it around the nose, and then I'm going to trim off the back, if my hands work. Hang on, let me get my other flush cutters, because I'm doing it at a funny angle. There we go.
Okay.
So I can trim that off, and then just turn that in, and it's done. And then the other one, I'm going to take it round, and again I'm trying to trim it at the back, so take a little bit more time than I'm doing to make sure you get it in the back and in a good position. So you could do that and just put a loop on the end, and you could put a stone on the end, but I actually like having the zigzag, so I'm going to take this
back over itself.
Back over, and then I'm going to wrap it around and pull those three tight
like a vine,
together.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm going to pull that really quite tight, and then trim that one off at the back.
Beautiful.
And then I just put a little bit of a kink in the bottom of there, just to give it some shape. And you do that with both of them. And on one of them, I've just basically bent it upwards and have the other one coming straight.
Love it. Love this ring. And again, it's adjustable, so again, very, very versatile. And you just repeat the process on the other side, like you just said.
Repeat the process on the other side.
Now, we have got a beautiful, brand new, multicoloured strand of opal coming your way. It's literally just arrived here in the studio. Whilst you were, did you clock it whilst you were demonstrating? Yeah, stunning. If you love your hot reds, your blues, your pinks, your peaches, but you've got a budget, means that you want to have, you know, everything in one strand, and it's this one coming your way. So don't go anywhere. Star by up just after this.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Good morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Lovely to have your company. My name is Eleanor. Now we have got deals coming at you, and we have got the incredible designer inspiration of the penguin. Now I've only got 107 of these beautiful, beautiful strands. They are so exclusive, so new, that they arrived in the studio whilst Alison was doing her demonstration. And yet, you know, with all of that, all concentration, and she was talking to you so eloquently, yet she still, Alison, you still, zoned in on the strand as it arrived. Now, the only time I've ever seen multicoloured opal, what was once previously, and it's sold out within a second. Now, just consider this, and just going back to those of you that were with me first thing this morning will have heard me talking about how it's an anomaly of nature, how it's very fine trace chemicals or elements that have actually coloured this this opal, not a dye as you would expect from most opal in most retailers or jewellery houses, Mother Nature herself. But just consider the fact that that has happened within this strand time and time over. So you've got fire opal reds, you've got beautiful Peruvian opal blues, you've got amazing baby pinks, you've got wonderful chocolate opals in here. It is a gemstone which can come in different colours, but very, very, very rarely does it actually have got that perfect, almost like an artist palette, I suppose. Now, there's just over 100, and already I've got web bidders checking out. Again, I'm thinking you know what we're taking this to. Please do your research. For those of you that have never owned or never purchased or never seen coloured opal, naturally coloured opal, and again I'd suggest downloading the certificate of authenticity as well. Do your research after you've made those confirmations, otherwise I highly, highly doubt if you'll be successful, just because 100 in terms of quantity is not nearly enough for us here at Jewellery Maker, bearing in mind that we are broadcast all over the world. So, for people who are on a budget and they're thinking, you know, I want to own that coloured opal, but I love it in all the different colours, I mean, this is the most affordable way of actually purchasing it, because you've got pinks, you've got reds, you've got yellows, you've got greens, you've got blues, you've got chocolate colours in here. It's absolutely stunning. Now, coloured opal doesn't mean that you're going to be sacrificing on the play of colour, quite the opposite in actual fact. Black opal it actually enhances the play of colour and encourages it to the surface. So you'll find exactly the same occurs with coloured opal as well. So particularly the darker tones, you know, those burgundies, those reds, those chocolates, they'll actually encourage the play of colour to the surface, if you like, because of the main darker body colour, I suppose. Already lots of you making confirmations. I'm in love with this strand, absolutely incredible. The variations that you're getting here, from lilacs to lavenders to blues to reds to oranges to yellows to pinks to greens. The fact that they are those graduated wheels means that what we're looking at right now on your screen is actually the narrowest part of the gemstone, so the smallest part, but we strand them like so you can get, you know, a full quantity as much as we possibly can. They're absolutely amazing. I mean, this to me, I think you're covering your baby blues for maybe the little girls, and the baby blues for the little boys, and baby girls for the little pink. Sorry to stereotype, but you have got all different, I guess, occasions within this beautiful strand.
You have, and I've never seen a strand like that.
I've seen one, and it's sold out.
Wow, I've never seen it.
It coloured with the multiple colours, yeah. It sold out within minutes of us bringing it to screen. So this is so exclusive. It arrived literally a couple of minutes ago. So Mexico brings you some amazing coloured opal, in particular the fire opal, which would be more sort of the reddish orange colour. However, in this opportunity, you've got. I mean, I'm keep being drawn to that lovely lavender, because purple opal, so rare. So incredibly rare. Flashes of gorgeous pinks. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, I keep being drawn to this purple as well.
Yeah.
The guys are saying the same. But again, look at the Paraiba blues. Incredible, absolutely stunning. And then here you've got that really beautiful pastel colours, chocolate opals within there as well, amazing baby pinks. Oh, I love this section. Can I just say, all I would do is restrand that. Just keep that colour combination as it is. Multi-buyers there already. Well done to each and every single one of you. It's brand new in. I highly doubt it's going to see another another day, I suppose, because the quantity should be selling out straight away. Just over 100. 104 is what we actually were able to acquire for you. And you're getting it at an amazing star-buy deal. Should be 17.95 should be, apparently, but we're not even stopping there. We're going to go low, 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 low. Diana, you bought 2. Somerset, you bought 2. Sweetha's bought 2 as well. Aren't you glad? The only time that I've ever seen a natural multicoloured opal strand like this with all of those different colours, all of those different palettes, it's sold out within minutes. And this is going to be exactly the same. I mean, you've got almost garnet reds here. Can you see that just there? Almost like a really rich, full-bodied, you know, red, which you expect from your garnets. And then you've got similarly, not simile, that's the wrong word. But then, in contrast, you've actually got the really ripe strawberry reds, and then you've got the pastel baby pinks and the morganite peaches as well. Beautiful. Margaret, Jane, Janice, Lynn, Shirley, Faye, Somerset, Ruwanti, Jacqueline, hello to you. Miriam, Louisiana, hello to you. Sue and Susan, Yorkshire, Wiltshire. I've got a lot of jewellery makers who have made that confirmation and then thought, you know what, I'm getting more of these. Multi-buying originally, and then London, you said, I'm not going to have 2, I'm going to have 3 at that price point. And why wouldn't you? I've still got lots of web bidders with it still in the basket. It's great for channel setting, again, so if you love your channel setting, these wheels are perfect for that. Or if you are a very sort of basic or simple jewellery maker like myself, maybe you're new to jewellery making, then just take a section, thread it onto some wire or some head pins, and add a little bit of chain either side. You've got something really, really, really beautiful with all of those different colour palettes, perfect for the spring and summer months. Hello to you, Glasgow, Peter, Alison, Eleanor, Dawn, Jeanette, Yorkshire. I need to move on, but stay where you are, because again, quantity, we've still got some, but it's not hanging around. Okay, moving on. Massive, massive deal on your storage boxes coming your way. I can't remember the last time we did storage boxes.
No, you can never have too many. I'm running out again.
What is it about your plastic storage boxes, whether they be in the kitchen, whether they be in your workshop, where do they go? Where do they go? It's like hairbands. Where do they go? It's like they sprout legs and walk off.
Well, mine do. Mine walk off up to my husband's work area upstairs.
Oh, do they? Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, it happens in our house as well. No matter how many storage boxes I buy, they always disappear. But yes, you're right. You never can have too many. All of these. I'm going to start with the large. I've never even seen the storage box before. Yeah, I know. I am that sad. I get excited by storage boxes. I do.
Too right.
It's just saying, you reach a certain age and then you start liking your storage boxes.
Yeah, I've pretty much always liked them, but I'm strange like that, so... Sorry.
Is it a bit like, you know when I saw once on Facebook or something like that, you know you're an adult or a grown-up when you get excited about opening a new sponge. It's true. There's something satisfying about having that new sponge by the sink. Is it just me? I saw it online. I was like that. Yeah, I get excited about the sponge. That's me. Look at these, not seen them before. Love all the different containers. Now that the sections, they can, little dividers do move, so you can actually take them out or add them in. I mean, look at that.
Brilliant, isn't it?
How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 across. Well, I'm testing my maths now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36. There we go, even I can do that. 36 individual containers, and they clip shut as well. This is the large storage box as well. Click shut, there we go. Then we've got a slightly smaller variation again. I won't open them all because I'll be here all day, shall I? I will be here all day. All different variations. Some of these are actually hanging upable.
Which is great.
Yes.
Because you start running out of shelf space.
You do start running out of shelf space. Then you need to start looking towards your wardrobes. Great for storing your jewellery as well. Can I just say, how many of you got multiple jewellery boxes? I'd imagine most of our Jewellery Maker family have. So yeah, great for actually hanging them up as well, and actually having the dividers so they're not going to get all caught up and tangled in one another. These have got sort of larger sections. You've got smaller ones here.
And they're great.
Double-sided storage boxes. Sorry, Alison.
Sorry, no, it was me, sorry.
No, go on, Bob.
I was just going to say the smaller ones are great if you want to take just a certain amount away with you.
Yeah.
So I tend to keep those just for my travelling storage boxes.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to take the huge ones with everything in.
No.
You might just want a selection.
Yeah, I mean, we do need to think about that actually. It's about, you know, transporting not only your individual components in your stash, but also, you know, transporting your finished pieces of jewellery as well, especially if you're doing your craft fairs and things, because there is a certain amount of breakage, unfortunately. So this will eliminate that as best as possible. This is perfect for all different mediums as well. So if you love your polymer clay, we do make sure we use the plastic which is suitable. Not all plastic is suitable. Nice that they're all clear, so you can see what's in each of these boxes. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, that this one here, because it's got the little handle, and you can take the dividers out. This one here, I want to turn into a clutch bag.
Excellent. Could you imagine gem encrusting it?
Yeah, full beaded clutch bag.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't it be fab? Cover it in a fabric or something like that. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Maybe pad it somewhat. I think that would be beautiful as a clutch bag. It's like a mini little suitcase. Great lunch boxes. I mean, this is not just, I mean, jewellery makers, yes, we are being selfish here, but it's great for your tool shed. It's great for your makeup. Great for your spices.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's good in the kitchen as well.
Great in the kitchen. Great for your kids' lunch boxes. Great for, your tools. Do you know, like I said, funny enough, bits and bobs, isn't it? Bits and bobs. Funny enough, I was looking at Tom's toolbox the other day. I was like, I don't mind a little bit of disorganisation, but there's disorganised. It surprised me actually because he's very organised. But there was bits everywhere. This is the kind of thing to get a system. Great for your makeup.
Yep. I'm a board game player. We play a lot of board games. Great for the little bits and pieces you come in all the different board games to keep them safe. Fab.
I wish I'd known that, Alison.
Why?
Just literally thrown out a load of board games.
Oh, gosh.
I wish I'd known that. Yeah, absolutely. Great for your buttons, great for your haberdashery, great for your textiles.
Dog treats.
Dog treats. It's a really good idea. Our dog treats are in with our treats. It's a really good point. So one day I'm blatantly going to eat a schmacko. One day, instead of actually picking up a digestive, I'm going to eat a schmacko chew. It's going to happen. It's inevitable unless I actually get this in order. So in total, you've got 5 of your storage boxes. Loads of you already there. It's an incredible deal coming your way. Should be £24.70. I mean, the price that you pay for some plastic containers, you know the ones, for the quality ones that don't do that dishwasher malfunction, you're getting 5. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 6, not 5. You do get 6. Are you ready for this? And by the way, these are dishwasher safe.
Excellent.
Dishwasher safe,
Wow.
£14.95. That's working out £2.50 per box. There's a picture on my Facebook page of me and Mark Smith, actually. Mark Smith, one of the guest designers, do an impression of certain plastic storage boxes after they've been through the dishwasher. What is with that? You won't get that with these because they are quality. And I know I sound completely ridiculous, but it's true. You know, when you put like that certain boxes through the dishwasher and then they don't like the heat and then they don't close properly and then they go, oh. Yeah, and then you can't close them. These won't do that. Tons of you with us. Absolutely loads and loads of those. Even if you're thinking, I don't know what I'm using these for yet. I bet within a couple of days, you find a purpose. I guarantee you will. Buttons.
Gemstones.
Gemstones, obviously, yeah. Let me see. What about individual nail varnishes, nail art, yeah? Ooh. Sewing. Maybe you do other types of craft. What about card making? Yeah, absolutely. What about... I'm trying to go through all the different rooms in the house.
Be good for embroidery threads.
Embroidery threads, yeah, absolutely. Cufflinks. This could be the big one. Perfect cufflinks. I'm going to have to move on in a second. Yeah.
Different bath salts.
Bath salts. Like that idea.
Different ones you can mix and match.
I'd like that idea. I'm going to move on. Do check out. Well done. Stay on those phone lines. Okay. Look at all you're getting. And still only the one postage and packaging. Now, we've got more star buys, more introductions, more inspiration coming from Alison. The next star buy is up next. Oh my goodness, these, I'm going to say it, hands down, the nicest turquoise that I've ever seen. Nice isn't a big enough word. The most beautiful turquoise I've ever seen. Now, yes, these are reconstituted. Don't think that's necessarily a negative. What that basically means is turquoise, the genuine gemstone, has been reconstituted, so it's taking the genuine gemstone but maybe in more powder form and actually shaped. Now, that doesn't surprise me because when you see the individual gemstones, you're gonna totally appreciate the sheer volume, the sheer size of how they've been reconstituted. This is my favourite, actually. Alison, have you ever seen turquoise?
No.
In that shape?
No.
And in that size individually?
I love that.
I do as well.
I love my turquoise, but that's gorgeous.
You've got the gorgeous figure of 8. Almost like dumbbells, aren't they?
Yeah.
Almost like dumbbell shapes. I love them. They butt up against one another beautifully. The matrix, the intensities of the colours, the fact that you've got 360 carats, which you wouldn't get really, or not for nowhere near. I think you'd be actually looking towards your hundreds, if not 4-figure price tags, if they were totally and utterly natural. This is a real, genuine gemstone opportunity, and just personifies everything about this most desired global gemstone. Now, in this wonderful shape as well. I mean, I personally restrand it, keep it really simple, doesn't need anything doing to it. Maybe incorporate a few of your copper spacer beads or your rose gold spacer beads. When we see turquoise normally here at Jewellery Maker, they tend to be the small individual gemstones. These are hands down some of the biggest that we've ever offered you. 12 by 9mm in that lovely fancy shape, which the curves that you get from these, absolutely stunning.
And because of their shape, they form really nice frames round other beads. So like the white shell pearl we had in the kit, they'd go lovely round that. They just frame round it, and they're great for macrameing round because you've got that natural place. Yeah,
because you've actually got the drill hole through the centre, but then you've actually got the beautiful curve, the waistline, I suppose.
Yeah.
The actual waistline of the gemstone. And notice how some are completely solid in their colour, and some have got that matrix, that pattern, that webbing, which we know with turquoise. So new. Again, this is the first time I'm seeing it. The first time I'm seeing it. Arrived in the studio literally a few minutes ago, and I've already got lots of jewellery makers on the the phone lines. The beauty of turquoise is it is a global gemstone. We recognise it. I think even from a young age, we recognise that that turquoise is a rare gemstone. And we mustn't get complacent because, to be honest, jewellery makers, you are more knowledgeable than most people out there. You know, the fact that this is reconstituted does not take away the fact that this is genuine turquoise, you know. Not everybody would know about that, probably wouldn't even understand the expression or terminology. So this is a rare, beautiful, valuable gemstone, and very few retailers will actually even indicate whether it has been actually reconstituted or not. We do. We like to be absolutely upfront, tell you exactly how this gemstone has been offered to you. Let's just put it this way. If these were out of the ground examples, I truly think you'd be looking towards the four-figure price tags. I'm not saying that's what they'll be valued at, but it's exceedingly rare to get that big size. Already loads of you on the phone lines. Kim, how many have we got of these? 96. Okay. It's not going to be enough, no. Oh my goodness.
Are you joking me? Oh wow.
It's not going to be enough to go around. Hands down. Turquoise we know from a young age, don't we, is rare, is beautiful, is valuable, is treasured. We appreciate that and recognise that within, I think, as youngsters. We don't, you know, you don't imagine this gemstone to be in any jewellery house, you know, and I'm talking right the way up to Tiffany's & Co. use it, your Chanel use it. What on earth is going on? Yvonne, Mary, Judith, Anne, Ali, Dawn, Valentina, something special, Kim says. Is that not the understatement of the century? $9.95 for 360 carats. Just one on a pair of earrings, absolutely incredible. I've completely lost my train of my thoughts. However, it doesn't matter as long as you're responding, and if you love your turquoise, dial now. This has to be one of the deals of the century for this gemstone.
Unbelievable deal. Absolutely amazing.
I was expecting this strand.
Oh, I'd noticed it had gone again.
I know. I was expecting this strand to be about 60, 70, 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's taken into consideration that I knew it was a treated gemstone strand. That's absolutely fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't detract from the rarity of it. It really doesn't. Doesn't detract from the value of this gemstone at all. I was expecting. Gosh, I'm on a soapbox again. Sorry, but that's incredible. If this does not. It's going to sell out, yeah, absolutely. Francois, Barbara, Gail, Belinda, Diane. I can't wait to see this included in your pieces of jewellery.
Yeah. That would be amazing in pieces of jewellery. But even if you don't want to make a massive piece of jewellery of it, which I would, even if you don't want to do that, just two on the ends or some toggles,
yeah.
You know? Absolutely phenomenal. You can keep it very simple with that because it's got impact.
Can I just say, I reckon I've just come up with a... You've probably thought of it.
Oh, go on.
Cufflinks.
Yeah, perfect cufflinks. Brilliant.
Because they've got that shape as well.
Yeah, and they should go through.
They'd go through nicely.
Yeah.
They'd be great for gents' cufflinks, or ladies for that matter. So many of you on the phone lines. Absolutely incredible. Love it. I absolutely love it. I love the shape, that hourglass shape that you're getting with the gemstones and that energy of colour of turquoise. We recognise it. We know it straight away. There's lots of synthetics and fakes out there, so make sure you do buy your turquoise from a reputable supplier like ourselves. Okay, moving on to...
Oh gosh, is that what I think?
Now, when I launched this, and it was myself that launched them, so many flew. We've only got a tiny quantity remaining. Don't let that put you off. You can still do it. If you're in the, if you're watching today because you want to get the big high-end gemstones, you know, like your turquoise that you've just seen there, if you're looking for, you know, the big five, your emeralds, your rubies and your sapphires, then eyes forward because you're going to love this. Now, colour is king. That's an expression you've heard me say countless times probably. It was ingrained in me from a young age. Colour is king with your coloured gemstone. These are totally natural. natural, so they haven't been Fisher filled, which is actually sort of, and there's no problem with it. Like I was just saying with the turquoise, they're all industry standards, but ruby, emeralds and sapphires generally form with cracks and crevices through the hearts of the gemstone. To encourage the colour and to stabilise the gem, they're sometimes filled with a glass-like resin. Absolutely fine. However, 95% of the world's ruby, emerald and sapphire will actually have undergone that treatment. These didn't need it. I mean, look at the intensities of reds that you're getting here on the rubies. They are absolutely primary, aren't they? Then you've got these gorgeous sunset yellows, wonderfully vibrant Colombian greens, and you've got wonderful cashmere velvety blues. We've only got, in fact, I'll tell you, 13 left. 13, that's how many we've got left, but had to include this strand. I haven't brought you ruby, emerald and sapphire in a long time actually, and they're all perfectly top drilled pairs. Now maybe it's a combination of the 3 gemstones in a pair of shepherd hook earrings, simple, stunning, high-end, beautiful, what you expect to see you know, along Hatton Garden and your Bond Street, or maybe singled out sapphire, emerald, ruby. You know, either way it's going to absolutely command attention. You've got 19 centimetre strand here, but notice how they are double stranded, so you've got ready-made pairs of earrings really, Alison. I'm just looking at these 2 by here. Look, those ones there,
stunning. Yeah,
absolutely. See them? Those 2 I'd be turning into a pair of earrings.
Yeah, and you've got enough there to make little flowers as well. Yeah,
so look how they're almost colour matched too. So you've got the really ruby red, and then you've got almost here Madagascar pink. And then you can go on to the blues, the same with the emeralds as well. 13 only though. I'm excited for you. Beautiful lustre, exceptional faceting, wonderful natural colour.
Wow.
At $69.95. You know, if you invested maybe, I don't know, 1 of each of those gemstones in each ear, Alison, surely you'd be selling it for, let's be really conservative. Let's be really conservative. Surely they'd fly off the store at £40.
You've got to. I mean, put it with your precious metal findings, and you've got to be looking at you can't undervalue them because people don't believe they're real.
No.
So you're giving them away for nothing.
Yeah.
And I really would say to people, don't do that, because people don't believe what they are, and you know, people will walk away because they think you're trying to pull the wool over their eyes.
Absolutely, 100%. Totally concur with you there, Alison. It's, you know, it's about education. Education is really key. I've got to move on. Because we are about to do stick to the same members of the big 5, but this time with the rondells. Now, if you love your channel setting, amazing. If you love just creating sort of elongated drops down the neckline, fabulous. Now, this is a long strand, as you can see, 35 centimetres, and we've got less than 50 of these available. Totally natural. So again, the quality of the gemstones that we are sourcing here do not need any form of treatment. This is primary red, beautiful primary greens, amazing primary yellows and blues, amazing amounts of sparkle as well. I love this strand. I want to buy this strand. I mean, look at the quality of the sapphires here. They're not so dark that they're almost black. And that's the difference. Often sapphire can be so heavily included or dark in its colour that it's that they're almost undetectable to be that cashmere blue. Then you've got diaphanity across all of these. The yellows, the greens, diaphanity. So light is being able to influence the heart of the gemstone as well. Surface lustre, brightness of those beautiful palettes, and you know, this is what we describe primary colours to be. And in the gemstone world, all gemologists, or certainly majority, would agree, the more primary, the more valuable. I've got no idea what Kim is going to do with this strand, but I want it. Should be, apparently. Gosh, that's already too low. $39.95.
That's a nice price.
It's not stopping there though, Alison.
I know. It's stupid. Sorry, Kim. I'm not calling you.
Do you know what? Can I just say, Kim's not responsible for this. Kim's has to honour this price point.
Wow.
$27.95. for 85 centimetres of genuine ruby, emerald and sapphire. Look at the length of the strand. I mean, that's 35 centimetres is working out to be approximately 14 inches. So, Alison, with your extender, with your clasp and everything, that's almost 360 degrees neckline piece.
I know. Well, I was just looking at the sapphires on your hand there. If you took up those two sections of sapphires, which look about equal, and put them as drops from an earring with sterling silver, surely you're getting your money back and more for the strands to begin with.
I'd say so. And you've probably covered about 3 centimetres of the entire length. Well done. I'm not surprised lots of you are capital. I want to get this strand as well. The quality that you're getting.
Lovely.
Is just absolutely amazing. Hello to you in the Highlands. Hello to you, Vivian, Mary Jane, Belinda. Hello to you, Mary and Sweetha and Hannah. Anglesea's there, Violet and Maria in Middlesex. Yorkshire's there, Adele's there in West Lothian. Hertfordshire, very good. Very nice to have your company. Sophie in Reading. We've got a text message coming through to the studio. Elle, I'm holding the strand in my hand. Get them, they are gorgeous. I will, Debbie. Is that to me or to other jewellery makers? Is that instruction to me or the other jewellery? I think everybody. I'm getting them 100%. I already own ruby and emerald and sapphire because I work for Jewellery Maker, as you can imagine. My job, it's not just a job. This is an absolute privilege and pleasure. But let's just say I'm tempted a lot. Alison, we are a lot. Yeah. I can't afford to miss out on opportunities like this.
No, and I have to say I find it so. That's the hardest thing about working here.
It is the hardest part, yeah.
It is the hardest thing.
It really, really is. And probably, actually, I was asked that question this weekend. Said, "Oh, do you end up buying loads?" Yes. And your husband, or in my case, fiance, is stood behind going.
Yeah. I usually get. I see you spent your wages again.
It's true. It's so, so true. Check out those baskets as soon as you can. We had less than 50 of those. Okay, now coming your way, it is time for the chrome diopside. I'm hugely excited because once before have I ever done a chrome diopside of this size. Yeah, Kim's just saying I've never seen one. And I'll tell you when it was. Well, I can't tell you the exact date, but it was a one of a kind, a piece that had been specially commissioned and designed around the gemstone. The chrome diopside, because this gemstone generally doesn't form over half a carat, or it does, but it's exceedingly rare. And I can remember clear as day how much it sold or retailed for. £6,000. And by the way, that is a really, really, really good deal. It was in 18 karat gold. Yes, it had diamonds, but it was a one of a kind piece. That's the only other occasion that I've ever seen a chrome diopside of this size. It is a star buy. You're going to be absolutely amazed at the deal of it. It's absolutely shocking and stunning. This natural gemstone, the reason why you don't see it in the big sizes is A, the crystal doesn't form in that size. B, when it does, it can often turn black. We'll speak some more. It's up next. Can we just absorb this occasion right now? Because when we worked in the old studios, we had the Gemstone Museum in close proximity, and there was a huge chrome diopside piece of material, rough. I couldn't physically pick it up. So it was literally about this big, an amazing depth of green. Now, I used to show it when I was doing chrome diopside, sort of hours, if you like, and talk about the fact that tiny amounts of that big, huge boulder, if you like, of this gorgeous gemstone was actually gem quality and actually usable. Now, the reason why this gemstone is very seldom seen in such big sizes, and I'm trying to recall the exact carat weight of that piece that I was referring to, and it wasn't in double figures, that's for certain. But the reason why this gemstone is rarely seen in such sizes is because it actually suffers with extinction. Now, extinction is a terminology which refers to its loss of colour. So the bigger the gemstone, Generally, in chrome diopside, the darker it is, because if you can imagine, less light can actually get into the surface, so, into the heart or whatever area. So they tend to cut it a lot smaller, so it can still hold that wonderful chrome diopside green. It's exceedingly rare that you'll ever find an example like this, which will have the carat weight, but still have that chrome diopside colour. So that's why I said one occasion have I ever sold a carat weight similar to this, and I don't think it was actually in double figures then, and it sold for £6,000, and that was in 18 karat gold with diamonds. I remember it. It was when we had a USA channel, when we were obviously all part of the same group. It sold within instants. Now, I can't believe. Kim, how many have we got of these? 45. This is one for the connoisseurs and the collectors. Go on, Alison.
Please, John. I need one of these, or maybe two. Maybe a Tilly 2, please.
Do you know, I think it's probably one of the most, in all seriousness, this is one of the most sensible purchases I think we can make.
I love it.
Because we talk about all of the rare gemstones, the ones which are on the verge of depletion, like your tanzanites, etc. The reality is, this might already be there. You know? We're all thinking, oh my goodness, right, okay, I've got to buy tanzanite because it's going to deplete in the foreseeable future. That might be 10 years, might be 20 years, who knows? This might be there already, because we can't get a reliable information from the actual mine itself. So we don't know if it's now owned by one Chinese trader. There's speculation there, which means it's all going to be exclusively owned by them, or they'll elevate the prices. I don't know. We don't know. The other rumour is that the mining is completely ceased just because of the rarity, and it's no longer being financially viable. So either or, it means one thing. Chrome diopside is single-handedly one of the world's most sought-after gemstones of this present moment in time. Now, we've got guest designers on the web, and I'm not surprised, guest designers, because I'm going to say, I'm not allowed to say that I would, but this is a sensible purchase.
Have you got me on there?
I haven't got you on there.
Oh, John, please don't be out. Please don't be out.
Jane, Belinda, Yulia. Can you notice how sensible, serious I've gone, just because I'm really, really, really passionate about this opportunity for you. Somebody's bought 3. I'm keeping an eye for you, lovely. I've got guest designer Gemma there. I've got Angelique, Jill, Sharon, South York. There are 45 of these available. That's all. The reality is, to put this into perspective, I highly doubt we're going to do another 12 karat chrome diopside solitaire. Highly doubt. Never say never, of course, but I very, very, very much doubt that this occasion is going to come around again. I really, really do think that. Just because you don't find examples of this gemstone, natural examples of this gemstone, which still hold that colour and they're not black, you know, because of that extinction that I did say the gemstone suffers with. This is absurd, in the best possible way.
No.
Were you expecting this to be sort of
Please,
50,
John.
60 pounds?
Yeah, please, John, please be there. Please.
Okay, I can say, and I'll do it as and when, Yorkshire, massive congratulations. Patricia, Swetha, Rupwanti, Sally, Belinda, £24.95 you've managed to get one of these beautiful gemstones for. Over half the stock has gone. Jane, Yulia, Vicky, Ted in Oxfordshire, Donna, well done. Angela, well done. Kathleen, well done. Hazel, well done. Susan, well done. Dorothy, well done. Muriel, well done. I've still got weapons with it in their baskets, can I just say? We have 45. That's it. I've got guest designer here in the studio who is literally hands clenched together, desperately pleading her husband to make that confirmation. It is going to be a straight sellout. And the fact that anybody that knows their gemstones, for example, I know that Gem does. Guest designer Gem, you know your gemstones. We've got presenters, and Caron, for example, did gemology as well. You know, they know how rare it is to get anything over half a carat. You've got 12 here, and it's not got any colour zoning in terms of the fact it's not black. It hasn't got that extinction. I'm amazed.
It's stunning. It's stunning.
It's gonna sell out. I've got 6 left.
No.
Sorry, Alison. Sorry to those of you that didn't check out though as well, because it's gone. Sorry, my darling. Okay.
Can I go now?
Are you sad?
Very sad.
Do you know what is a great alternative to chrome diopside? This is single-handedly the most exciting story. I used to love talking about it. Whenever somebody asked me about Moldavite, I always go, oh yeah, it's got the most exciting story. We need to write a movie. It does need to be a film, doesn't it? Because picture this massive meteorite travelling through space at thousands on thousands of miles per hour, and it clashes with the Earth. True story. Now, it's not meteorite. Moldavite is not meteorite, although many gem traders will sell it as that. It's not. Moldavite is a direct result of that meteorite impact. So where the meteorite impacted, which by the way was actually Germany, not the Czech Republic, the strewn fields, because if you can imagine a collision of that speed, that impact, it's not just going to be contained into one country. What they call the strewn fields actually went over into the Czech Republic. That's where Moldavite is actually unearthed. Now this is a gemstone where there is less than 10 years of mining, and you can only go to meters of depths. It's an amazing olive green, totally and utterly natural. Moldavite has got tiny individual gas bubbles inside it, and NASA themselves tested those little gas bubbles, and that's how we know that it is quite literally intergalactical. We know that there are little space oddities, if you like, within the gemstones. It's so exciting. Gents love it. I can remember telling Tom about this gemstone, and he was like, really? I want some space rock. I was like, it's not space rock, but I get where you're coming from with it.
It's almost like amber with bits of space in it.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's really exciting, and again, one locational gemstone, but one of the rarest gemstones. It is quite literally out of this world, or the emerald from the sky. It's often referred to as well. Lovely, intense olive greens, totally natural. Should be, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, these are big Moldavite solitaires. Big. Yeah, it's more of an investment. It is. It's an investment gemstone. But it's probably one of the rarest. And I definitely think it wins the award. You know, the Oscar goes to Moldavite for the most exciting story. I mean, what a conversation starter this is.
Absolutely. And every single one of those strands on that strand you've got there is either a solitaire ring or a solitaire pendant. Yeah. They're all sizable pieces. They're stunning.
Yeah, really are. Really, and I totally get £199.95 is an amount that we have to consider. However, what you're getting here is something which is museum, conversational, and rare. Like I said, less than 10 years of mining of this gemstone, and it can only be mined literally meters below the surface. It's actually illegal to mine anything deeper than that. So very rare. Well done to those of you that managed to get hold of it. Absolutely amazing. If you are in a position to do so, get it whilst you can. How about some big beautiful moonstone? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we've done turquoise, we've had Bewa pearls, coloured opal, we've had that amazing chrome diopside.
Wow.
Adolescence and look. Oh, please say we can. Look at this adolescence.
Yes.
OMG. There are, hang on, it's across every single one, by the way. Look, oh, that's what rainbow moonstone is. Wait. Now, for those of you that don't know, what's the difference between moonstone and rainbow moonstone?
The amount of colours? In
a rainbow moonstone, you want the rainbow spectrum colours, basically. Not just the blues, you want to have the reds, the pinks, the yellows, the blues, the greens. My goodness, you've got check, 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 absolutely. And it's not just across the one gemstone strand. One gemstone. These are incredible. Oh. Oh. Sorry to shout. I did go a little bit Nessa then, didn't I?
I'm not surprised though.
Okay. This is where you have to detract your eyes from the screens for one moment and start punching the digits, just because. I know, I understand it's difficult. When I'm looking this direction, I'm looking at what you're looking at, by the way, folks. There's a big screen right before me, and I'm looking at the same thing, and I'm glued. I'm absolutely glued. Every single one that I'm going across here, Alison, on both sides has got that adolescence.
I know, because I'm looking at the screen with you, and even looking at from here to the strand, it's amazing.
Oh, incredible! 165 carats.
Amazing.
Apparently, our should-be target price is £35.95. That's incredible. Wow, get this whilst you can. If you love your moonstone, if you love adolescence, you love your phenomena gemstones, then this is the one for you. Oh, nice. Look. £24.95. Oh, can you imagine this in natural daylight? Kim, my producer, just said, Elle, these are some of the best moonstone that I've ever seen. Alison's nodding. I'd agree as well. Because you know what? Whenever it comes to your phenomena gems, the more adolescence, the more phenomena effect, Fleur's there, hello Fleur, our guest designer, the more phenomena effect that covers the surface and the more colours that you see, guest designers, Gems bought these as well, the more the surface and the greater amount of colours, the more valuable, the more expensive they are. How many did we have, Kim? Look at the blues. I want to get the reds back.
Nope.
Oh.
Now you see,
Oops.
Those to me, each one could be a statement piece. But the way it's hanging there, it's just a beautiful, graduated, impressive necklace.
That really is an impressive piece.
Have to do it.
Sold out, sold out, sold out. Well done. Moving on to... I've not got that in that box. Oh, yeah, I have. Sorry. I have definitely got that. It's totally me then, Kim. Right. Who's a March baby? Oh. Oh. Again, this is a mainstream gemstone, so you would expect to see these in your high street jewellers, etc. Aquamarine. Aquamarine is a member of beryl, the beryl family. It's trace elements of iron, which actually bring its colour, that beautiful powder blue. Now, can you imagine this? Can you imagine this in another jeweller's and what price it would be? Oh, look at that blue. That's the perfect aquamarine colour, isn't it? You want that definition of sky blue, don't you? Not too dark, not too light, but also have the combination of clarity, and my goodness, you've definitely got it here. An exquisitely faceted round brilliant cut. Round brilliant cut is all about sparkle and brilliance. That's what those facets are for. The 57/58 facets on a round brilliant cut produce amazing, amazing brilliance, and it works wonderfully when you have got quality aquamarine like this. This is a stylized heart, so look at the amount of sterling silver that has been invested within, the curves that you get. It's a beautiful size, 21 carats, but because it has actually been bezel set, it looks that much bigger. And also because of the amount of light that you've got in there, amazing clarity. Also comes with the chain itself. Now the chain measures 45 centimeters, so that 45 centimeters is approximately almost 18 inches. So again, can just literally be turned into a piece of jewelry just like so. Attach your wonderful heart with your aquamarine using the jump rings and using your shepherd hooks, or not. lobster claw, and using your beautiful pendant like so. And how high end is this beautiful design?
Stunning, isn't it?
Love it. And you just literally thread that through. Literally thread your heart through. You can have it straight, or you can have it on a, you know, on the bias, I suppose. 5 pieces, genuine 925 sterling silver, a lovely design, amazing quality aquamarine here. Should be, I can't believe we. Okay, there's a reason I'm going to tell you about it. I'm not even. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to say it. There is a reason why we have to go lower. We're not allowed to bring pieces which are so closely associated to jewellery. You know, this is almost a finished piece of jewellery, isn't it? Yeah. Because of our very close affiliations and friendships, we are not allowed to go any higher.
Wow.
$14.95.
Not a chance in a shop.
No way near a chance in a shop. I mean, you'd expect this to be sort of hundreds of pounds in most retailers, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
How much sterling silver we got within this? There's a lot. With the chain, with the actual lobster claw itself, with the jump rings, you're looking at just over 6 grams. There's a lot in the actual pendant itself, and of course that wonderful round brilliant cut. For any of you March babies, for any of you wonderful, delicate gemstone lovers, then this is the one for you. Busy, busy, busy. Stay where you are. I've got to move on. Shall I bring you? Ooh, should we go back to the 1920s? Ooh. I think we should. Sort of Great Gatsby era. We had a style icon weekend just, didn't we?
Wasn't it fab?
I only managed to catch, I was very busy this weekend, so I only managed to catch a little bit of it. Yeah. But yeah, incredible. These are very stylish. Very, very, very stylish. I think my favourite, actually, of all the bars, because they are just a dynamic, silky, seductive black in your agate. I'm just going to hold the one on the back of my hand first, so you can see, but you do get 2. Look how silky they are.
Stunning.
Aren't they?
Very deco.
Very, very, very art deco. And if I just flip that one over, go on, there we go. How they, I leave my hand like so. Can you see how they are quite tapered? Beautifully tapered. You know, if you just took these, because you do get 2, as I said, and turn them into wonderful, wonderful earrings.
Yeah, yeah. Or a pendant.
Yeah.
Or a necklace. I mean, I love them, especially, it's going to sound odd, but I love the black because I can put wire on top of it.
Yeah,
whereas if it was a patterned one, I love the patterned ones, but I don't want to wire over them because you're spoiling.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
That's a blank canvas, and if you got the gold wire earlier, absolutely match made in heaven.
They'd be fab, wouldn't they? Again, I'm inclined to think about your Tiffany's and your Chanel's and your Cartier's, you know, where they do use these rich, decadent, you know, black agate in particular, because there is quite a silky, seductive tone. Goes with all the different findings, all the different wires, like Alison just said there. And effectively, we've done the work for you, really. The actual fasting, the graduation that you're getting with these lovely bars, they can be singled out if you wanted to. I personally would just keep them as earrings, just like so, right. And I'd just be thinking about, you know, your Coco Chanel.
Oh, definitely.
Because it is very Chanel-like, isn't it?
It is. And again, if I was going to mix it with anything, I'd mix it with white, or maybe a little bit of pink. See, now you'd mix it with white or pink. I'd put this with gold. Oh, I'd have it with gold wire. Yeah. But if I was going to mix it with gemstones, I'd either have it with pearls or something like that, or something pink.
There we go. Do you know what?
Colour.
See, Alison, going back to, I think we've turned you into a pink person, Alison. Loving these. They go from 4x10 up to 4x30 millimetres in their size. Wow. Coming up at $9.95
for 2.
For 2. That's less than £5 each. Aren't they incredible?
They are.
You want to touch them because they are so beautifully smooth. Can I hold one up to the ear as well? Just because I'm thinking just memory wire.
Oh, I see. I was thinking you were just taking one piece to the ear.
I'm thinking the whole thing.
Right.
The whole shebang on memory wire.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got the circular structure.
I'd want to wire it to keep that splay out.
Yeah, because they're not staying like so, are they? But yeah, if you got these onto some memory wire, or it doesn't have to be memory wire, does it? Just to keep that fan effect.
Yeah.
Amazing. Check out them as soon as you can. Beautiful. Now we have got the deal of the day coming your way. It is an amazing strand of Morganite. Now I'm going to show you the piece of jewellery that Sandra has created for you. Brand new member of the Beryl family. Alongside your aquamarine and your emeralds, they are the most desired coloured gemstone of that family. You want clarity and you want colour, and you've definitely got that here. Coming your way is the deal of the day. It's going to be absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Amazing brilliance. I mean, what do you expect something like this to be in a retailer's? Very, very high-end price tag? Absolutely, and that's what it should be. However, it's not going to be. Brand new coming your way. Check out those baskets for your agate, and do make sure you stay tuned, because we have got more inspiration with the wonderful Alison, and we have got Percy the penguin. In fact, 2 Percys coming your way, and tuition to learn how to do that. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you have found a workshop you'd like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button. Fill in the required fields and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator Wendy at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
beryl is actually a colourless gemstone. Pure beryl is absolutely white. But tiny trace elements will actually colour this gemstone and actually separate it into other specific gems. It's a gemstone family, and then the elements actually dictate what member of that family it'll be. So iron will bring you the aquamarine, like what you just saw. Manganese is what's responsible for actually turning pure beryl into this beautifully elegant, alluring gemstone. Now, it's a little known fact that actually morganite has increased by 500% in the market, in the trade. It has skyrocketed in price tag. And to own morganite, which has got that perfect combination of salmon pinks and peaches with clarity, is exceedingly, exceedingly rare, because generally it can be quite heavily included. Now again, I don't know if things have changed since I came back to Jewellery Maker, but the last conversation I actually had with part of our gem buying team and the gem hunters that we used to work with, and we still do work with in actual fact, but the last conversation I actually had about morganite was that we hadn't bought it as a parcel for 4 years. Now why? Why haven't we bought morganite, or hadn't we, I should say, bought morganite for 4 years? Because the price increase, and because we were very savvy in the time that when we could buy quality like this, we bought quantity. Now, another little known fact, and something that I'm going to give you the inside information on. We here at Jewellery Maker will buy parcels like this, and we might well sit on that parcel for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's quite common. In actual fact, a gemstone, once it actually makes it into a specific piece of jewellery, can be decades of years old. And I'm not just talking about since it's been produced, because obviously we know that can be millions of years, but from it being unearthed to actually being in a jewellery establishment or in one of your wonderful jewellery pieces can be decades of years old. Now, the reason why we sit on opportunities, I'm not saying that's what 100% has been done here, but it's more than likely, is because we can honour price tags of yesteryears, and also capitalise on, and I'm talking about us here now, not just Jewellery Maker, us as a family. We can capitalise on the fact that we own the quality and we can still give it to our customers at hugely competitive prices. Now, as I was saying, a gemstone which is actually quite new to the gemstone world. It was discovered in the year 1911. George Frederick Kunz actually took this beautiful gemstone and walked it into wonderful Tiffany's & Co. It's been celebrated ever since that moment for its wonderful, feminine, alluring beauty. It captivates our attention. I'm going to show you the actual strand in that stunning piece that Sandra has created. I mean, you're looking for a definite baby pink with a fusion of peach running through, and as I said, that's what this gemstone aspires to be. Team that with clarity, and it's exceedingly rare. Now, yes, this is, oh gosh, the perfect morganite colour. It is absolutely the perfect morganite colour, and that perfect amount of manganese within this gemstone. One of the best known of the beryl family. Very durable, so very wearable. It's up there on the Mohs scale, 7.5 to 8 on the Mohs scale, so I'd feel more than comfortable recommending this to go into rings, to go into bracelets even, because it is a gemstone of durability. But that combination, you know, notice how it's not cloudy, it's not opaque, there's not any dark areas within each of these solitaires. They've all got that consistency of colour. I'm not surprised that we have got collectors in Hertfordshire, in Yorkshire, in Wiltshire and in Cheshire, 3 beautiful counties by the way, and also collectors on the web who haven't made their confirmations as of yet, and telephone bidders who I can't see your names yet, in the process of making your confirmations, saying, wow, get it, I'm getting it, I'm absolutely getting it. Morganite is not a gem that we can bring you every single day, and yes, we, as I said, if I go back to sort of September months last year, My last conversation that I had with one of our gem buying team was that we haven't bought any morganite for 4 years. 4 years. We bought tanzanite, we bought paraiba, we bought Russian alexandrite since then, but morganite we hadn't because of the massive price increases, 500%. Now, like I said, it's not only business savvy, it's good for you that we will closely monitor the actual supply of gemstones, and it's something which is, you know, sensible to do if you like, and maybe you could even do that yourself, but we're doing it for you here basically. So 500% price increase. Now that can sometimes drop and it can sometimes dramatically increase, and it's only going one way. Maria, Swetha, Kent, Hertfordshire, Carol, Pippa, Malcolm, David, you've done it. Bethan, Betty, I've got Yorkshire there as well on those phone lines. It's the combination of feminine pinks, the beautiful, captivating, alluring beauty that you get from morganite, from that trace amount of manganese. Like I said, not too much because you don't want it to be a very dark, cloudy, murky colour, I suppose. You want it to be a baby powder pink. Have to bring that price tag in for you. Lots of confirmations. Today's deal of the day, it simply has to be 60 carats at $69.95. I mean, you do your price comparisons, like for like quality. You know, have a little look around, go on the web. It's a fountain of information. To have clarity like this and to actually have that perfect colour, you know, you're not making either one of those sacrifices, which is what you often have to do. I've just heard in my ear that something is about to happen, and this was not planned. This was not planned.
Can you correct me if I'm wrong?
Mm?
But isn't the idea of the deal of the day that it lasts all day?
That is the idea, absolutely. And can I just say, every time that the next team steps into the studio, whether it be Zena or whether it be Becky, do you know how many times they've actually said to me, "Sold out the deal of the day again then"? Oh, yeah, it's gonna though, isn't it? It's not me, it's the deal, yeah. Ultimately. Yes, it is meant to last the morning, the mid-show, and also the evening show. $49.95, and to be honest, listen, at $69.95, it might have done. It might have lasted that length of time. To take £20 off.
The clarity is amazing, and the colour, I mean, that is a stunning strand.
Really is.
Absolutely stunning strand.
Really is. And I do encourage you to have a little look on the web at what morganite should be. If you do that, if you look at the web and go, okay, amazing quality, Google that if you want, amazing quality morganite, you'll see that perfect sort of, I always call it Grace Kelly sort of pink colour, with the beautiful sparkle and brilliance. That's what morganite should be, and that's what you're getting. I mean, the fact that under soft focus you're getting all of that lovely sparkle, incredible. Now I've got to move on because again I will be upsetting people otherwise on the other teams. The fact that it's going to sell out, well done, you're going to love that. If you think you're in love now, wait till you get it home. Now, this kit I'm excited about, and loads of you have been texting throughout the course of the morning about Alison's kit as well. Look at him.
He's a sweetie. I love making him. Ever since we got the white wire, I've been dying to make a penguin.
Do you know they're one of my favourite creatures?
Are they?
Yeah. And Emma, is it one of yours?
Yeah.
What is it about a penguin?
It's adorable.
They are adorable.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that they are so clumsy.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, they are so, yeah, I can relate to that as well, Em. They are so clumsy on land, aren't they? If ever you want to smile, if anyone needs cheering up right now, go on to YouTube and look at the happiest penguin ever.
Oh.
I'll do it I'll do an impression when I come over to you, Alison.
Oh, fab.
He guaranteed to make any person smile. Guaranteed. If it doesn't, there's something wrong. Anyway, two-part kit. So the fact that we have got the white wire in his breast shows you've got the white wire in the kit. So are we starting with... all the black and white? Okay, you've got, I'm excited. I want to see literally, what do they call them? A colony of penguins? Is it a colony?
Oh, I don't know.
What do they?
They're a flock, aren't they? They're a bird.
Are they a bird? Yeah, they are a bird.
Yeah, they're a bird.
Is it a colony of penguins? Or is it a flock? What do we call? I want to see loads of little Percies.
And I want to make a little teeny one in
A
grey.
little baby one. These are amazing. Even the fact his little tail at the back. Anyway, I've got to show you what's in the kit, haven't I? Okay, so hang on a minute. This is something I can relate to. A group of penguins on land is called a waddle. I can relate to that. Totally relate to that. They do though, don't they? Totally. See, I like them even more now. Okay, you have got your beautiful black plated copper soft wire. So this is very, very, very malleable. That's why it's not on a spool. So you can tell the difference. Really, really soft. So if you suffer with dexterity issues, then this is going to be absolutely perfect. 1 mil and your 0.4. So you've got literally the structure and the weaving straight away, and you get 10 meters in both of those. Now the white wire. Here it is. The white wire was only launched a few weeks ago, probably, not long at all, and always sells out. Love it. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful.
I know, I've been waiting for it for a long time.
Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say I need to redo my penguin because we only had silver when I made my panda.
Ah, yes.
So, penguin and a panda, perfect.
I bet you want to get this kit. There should be prices on your screens, by the way. That's £35.15. That's where we should be. We're not stopping there. Now, in the white wire, you've got 1 mil and the 0.4. So again, both of those gauges, which you absolutely need for your wire structures like this. So absolutely amazing. There's 40 meters rather of your wire. 2 is all you need to create this lovely little chappy here. Now, gemstones as well, including your banded agate, your quartzite, and your white agate. Yeah, these are all 6 mil rounds, plain rounds as well, so very versatile shape. Again, I'd be using, if you're really inspired by Alison's beautiful penguin, I'd be using the wire for your penguin, and then using the gemstones, using the actual gemstones themselves for stretchy bracelets.
Yeah. Or you can make
or the pendant, like what
penguin.
Alison has done. Another penguin, which we've got to show you. Okay, let's bring that price tag in. What? Are you ready for a sellout? Jewellery Makers, I hope you're being reactive. I hope you're...
Oh, are you serious? I reckon you'll get 2 penguins out of it with a little bit from the top up, without using any gemstones. Now that wouldn't be going anywhere for less than, probably, given the hours I've spent on it, that's got to be about 80 quid's worth.
Yeah. Hang on, you'd ask for £80? Surely more.
I would if it did it bigger, but I reckon you'd get two out of the kit easily, possibly 3.
Crazy, Leanne says.
Yeah, very crazy.
And the fact his wings even...
Look, a bit like they do on land.
Yeah, his wings even go. Isn't it amazing? Like, can I just say, we're all broody over a penguin. Do you know there is actually a penguin that lives, I think it's in Japan, and he walks to his local fishmongers every day.
I've seen it. I've seen that it's on YouTube as well, isn't it?
True story. It's on YouTube. Yeah, his owners. It's an emperor penguin. Emperor penguins are not small. They're quite big. Can you imagine one walking past you in the street? So he has his backpack on. Off he goes. Off he goes to his local fishmonger. True story. Local fishmongers doesn't eat the fish then and there as you would imagine. No, the fishmonger puts the fish in his backpack, walks back. You need to find that that clip because it's totally true. It's an emperor. I don't know why he's in captivity. You know, he's obviously. I think they rescued him, something like that. Anyway, Kim, how many have we got of these? We had 76. 30 have sold. To be honest, I'm absolutely amazed it hasn't sold out already. Alison, that penguin is stunning, cute, fantastic work as always. Another one, Andrew in London, fantastic, Alison. They would be wonderful as wedding cake toppers.
Oh, yes.
Alison.
Oh,
yeah. Alison.
Yeah.
Will you do me a wedding set of penguins? One in a bride, in a veil.
Oh, excellent.
I will pay you for it.
Oh.
Will you make me two?
And do you want a little one between you?
Yes!
A little baby one?
And can you do a Brutus? No. Really? I'm serious. We'll talk later.
Okay.
We shall talk later. Okay, that kit's going to sell out. I can't believe that was £18 for all of that. What, £18.95 for all of that wire. Second part of the kit. Okay. Now there's different types of penguins, aren't there? You get your rock hopper penguins. They're the ones that sing in Happy Feet. They're the ones. Is it Antonio Banderas in Happy Feet?
I've never seen it, you know.
No.
No, I haven't.
They're Mexican, aren't they, in Happy Feet? Something like that.
Don't they get stuck somewhere or something?
They get stuck in all sorts of situations, yeah. So the rock hoppers are more brown, so you could use this then. Okay, your antique bronze coloured wire, 0.8 and your 0.25, so again, two perfect combination gauges there, plus your tube of your seed beads, which are 3mm in their diameters, and you're getting approximately 700. Love this. Again, it doesn't have to be your penguins, obviously, but you can use these.
Beautiful, beautiful set of wires with those beads for doing layered and layered wiring.
Lovely.
Love it. Having those beads, I love those beads for wire wrap.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Because they do create that lovely
Fantastic
texture.
accent.
And it's really deceiving at how much you actually get, if I turn this round as well, how much you actually get within a tube. Because, like I said, 700 is a long length. If it was on a strand, should be £21.35. The tube of seed beads themselves are £13.95.
I was going to say.
You know, for 700, that's an amazing price.
Oh, silly price.
Tube is discounted, and you're getting the wire for free.
So we'll all do a happy penguin dance.
Are you doing a happy penguin dance? Do you know Kim is desperately trying to contain me right now, and Alison? What do you mean? I did not just hear that. Kim's not keen on penguins.
Oh.
They are particularly smelly, but I don't mind that. I really, really don't mind that. They're so happy.
See, Percy doesn't smell.
Percy doesn't smell.
No.
You got to admit that the emperor penguin that goes to get his fish every day, you got to admit that's pretty cool, Kim. £12.95.
Brilliant.
She used to like penguins, she said, but then she took Phil, who's obsessed with penguins as well, to feed them, and they were like all over him apparently. What, did you get jealous of penguins? Okay. Basically, there was an incident with the penguins. £12.95 only. Absolutely amazing. I mean, look at this. He's beautiful. He's charming, isn't he? And you can just imagine him. Yeah, absolutely perfect on top of a wedding cake or something like that, and something you can keep forever. Absolutely incredible. I'm taking Percy with me, and I'm going to do my impression of the happiest penguin ever. I don't know if I should in my current state. I have promised it, so let me put him down. Okay, ready? Happiest penguin ever. This is what he does. And all of his other penguin mates are just like that. They're just like looking at him and he's going... And they are literally just looking at him. It's the funniest thing ever. He's the happiest penguin in the world. In the world. Oh, look. And again, with the gemstones here, if you're not necessarily a wire worker, you can also create with the beautiful gems that are included in this kit as well. You've stuck to your penguins.
And if you know, or do a wire wrapped one, you don't have to do the sculpture. You can do them 3D. I just think it's a bit of fun.
He is. And again, his feet.
I love him. Yeah. Unfortunately, the first feet I did were too big. Massive feet. Really massive feet.
There's nothing wrong with big feet. Absolutely nothing.
No.
Nothing wrong. Now, before we do get to Percy, I'm going to bring you some of these lovely micro-faceted beads. Now, don't you wish that you had these? A micro-faceted gemstone, so 2mm round. They're small but mighty. I always refer to that. Beautiful facetings of sparkle across them. So great for detailing, like maybe the eye itself. They'd be lovely, or maybe on their wings. Are they wings?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that, but beautiful. Monochrome, luster, very, very, very high end. It is all about producing that gorgeous sparkle. The trio that you've got here, low in stock. As always, our micro-faceted gemstones are. Absolutely love it. Great. They're kind of like black diamonds.
They are. You get that luster from them. And even when they're singly stranded, because you've got a nice bulk there and they're so flashy, even just using them as edging, it's amazing how much sparkle you get from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely amazing.
Rosary linking, I think they look amazing rosary linking as well. Like spinels, aren't they, really? They
are.
And again, team it with the gold, team it with your silvers, team it with your antique bronze, all of the above.
The plait we did earlier, how many strands have you got? 3?
3, yeah.
Perfect. The plait we did earlier, instead of the gold down the middle, have gold either side and those down the middle, so you can plait with the gemstones in the middle of the 3. Looks incredible.
Yes.
And if you do it with the gold, you really look high end.
And pearls.
Oh yeah.
They'd look amazing with pearls. And again, just one as little Percy's eye.
Yeah.
They'd be gorgeous as his little eyes. I love this. And personally, I just wear them like they are, just restranded. Again, going back to our basics. If you were just to literally restrand this on maybe a monofilament, you'd probably get 6 bracelets out of that.
Yeah. But you see, I do like black and pink.
Yeah, with the morganite that we had earlier on. Yeah, that would be amazing. Should be, for all of the faceting, for all of the intricacy, £17.85. Not today, though. We're going to bring you all 3 strands for just £11.95.
Oh, you're joking. Well, I really cannot get my head round how we can do something that is so small and so beautifully made for that price.
I know.
I'll tell you now, I normally end up with sculptures bigger. And then I go, why on earth didn't I, birthday cake, why didn't I do a cupcake? Why didn't I do it smaller? Because it goes mad. It's actually taken me longer to do the smaller one than a bigger one, because it's more intricate, and the same's got to be for the gemstones.
Oh, absolutely. Well, if you think each of these gemstones has to be faceted.
Yeah.
You know, these aren't rounds, these are micro-faceted agates, hence why you're getting all of that gorgeous sparkle. It's all about the surface luster. It's not light from inside, it's all about the surface luster. So yeah, it's something that we do need to absolutely appreciate. £11.95 only. Grab it whilst you can. So busy today. Yeah, maybe just one of these dispersed in between the deal of the day, that gorgeous morganite. Or use it in your feature of your penguin.
Dot it where you've got the little loop.
Yeah.
Where you've got the little loop, if you put a little one of those in each of those, so he'd sparkle all over.
Let me just hold that up so everyone knows. There we go. Yeah, just dot one of those so so he's a sparkly penguin as well. We will get to Alison's wonderful demonstration, I can promise you that. We're absolutely glued. Okay, before that though.
Love those too. Look at that.
Linda Bromwell.
I've got that strand.
Linda
Awesome.
Brum, have you got this strand? It is really classy, isn't it?
It is.
I think Smoky Quartz to me is, it's like an espresso in a glass of champagne.
Oh, right, yeah, I can
You get the
see that.
sparkle of the champagne and the richness of the espresso. Espresso, sorry, I always get pulled up on how I say espresso. 375 carats of this beautiful, rich, wonderful clarity smoky quartz. Faceted rounds as well. Wow, look. See what I mean? There's the sparkle of that champagne that we were referring to. I'm not surprised you bought this, Alison.
No.
It's really elegant, isn't it? Whilst being 12mm rounds, and because they are so big,
Yeah.
you start thinking about statement jewellery and things like that, whereas they are still maintaining that elegance.
They are, but having said that, they're big enough to have, and Sammy does it, I know Sammy does a lot of it, and I do it occasionally. If you just have 2 or 3 of them as a pendant with a bit of wire wrapping around it, it can look phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're a nice size for doing that with.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just restrand them as they are. They look stunning for that. Now, Kim is just saying, we launched this, did we? We did a certain price.
Oh.
Do you know what? I can't remember.
Oh.
We should be.
I can't remember what I paid.
Should be £11.95. I can't remember this, Alison, either. I can't remember what we did.
Wow. I don't think I got to pay that much. That little, should I say.
I can't remember doing that, but apparently we did. And we have to honour that price point. Grab it whilst you can. Last in stock opportunities. There's still chances for you to do it. And you know what, Alison, I'd be darling through and getting another at that price.
That's a cracking
If
price.
I didn't multi-buy initially. Absolutely amazing. Again, with all of your findings that you've had, with all the wires that you've had.
Perfect with all. Well, perfect with most of them, but lovely with the gold.
Yeah. Really.
I love putting it with gold or rose gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Needless to say, most of you are choosing to multi-buy, and there is. Can you see our tablet?
Yeah, the one
the names. Thanks, Emma. Sorry, I keep forgetting to bring that tablet over. There are tons and tons and tons of you there. Almost 100 in baskets. 100, and that's without the confirmations. Loads of you already been successful. Oklahoma's with us. We've got London, Hertfordshire, Hampshire, West Midlands, Buckinghamshire. I'll leave you make those confirmations. Stay where you are, because we are going to get to Percy. It's Percy time. He's so gorgeous, isn't he? Alison, this is amazing. It's a work of art. An absolute work of art.
It feels like forever since I've done a little animal sculpture. It really does seem like for ages.
And do you know what? I love the fact that here at Jewellery Maker, it's, yes, we are Jewellery Maker, but it's also something like this. You know what? An amazing keepsake.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have to say, the stuff the components make fantastic jewellery as well. But I love doing this. The first thing I ever made was a sculpture. I made the bird the first thing I ever did on Jewellery Maker. So. And
it was actually your sculptures that drew us to you.
Yes.
It was the rocking horse, wasn't it? And like so, we were talking about it earlier on. I can remember seeing it, and you sent it into the Wall of Fame, didn't you? Alison, for those of you who don't know, I used to work upstairs in the office. Alison, you sent a picture into the Wall of Fame, and I was like, right.
I watched the programme back, and you can see it on the old Wall of Fame. We actually, when you had the wall in the old studio, and it was there, and then you'd watch it a bit further, and it's gone again, and then it was back again, and then it went again, and it kept disappearing.
Yeah, straight away. We had to give you a call, and thankfully we saw it. I will tell you how to enter the Wall of Fame, because you never know. You could be Alison. That's coming up in the next hour. Okay, so how do we make this beautiful piece?
Right. Okay. It's not quite scrolls.
Okay.
It's almost, but it's not quite scrolls. They are all the same size, but they're not all the same shape, so please don't be frightened. Now I'm going to show you with a slightly larger size, because as I said, doing it this size, I actually reeled myself in for once, and it actually took me longer than if I'd have done it bigger. So I would say, if you're going to do it and you're not used to doing them, do it in the bigger sizes, and I'll give you both sizes. And if you want to make it the more condensed one, then I'll give you the sizes for that, but this will take longer, so just be aware. So it's made up of these components like you saw before. Can I say, I had started making him as soon as I got my first white wire. That's why it's slightly different colouring to the kit.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he's got copper, because as soon as I got my white wire, I was off and making a penguin. So
fair enough. No, that's fair enough. But it's still the same gauges and everything. So
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So just in case people say, oh, but that's different colour. That's the reason why. And then Kit said, oh, I'll give you a penguin kit, and I'm like, yes.
I've already made one.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So for the small one, the white are these tiny little ones. No, I don't know whether when you pick those
Shall I
up
hold
on.
those?
There you go. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'll do, because otherwise we won't see them.
You won't see it. So that is
take that.
just over 2 inches.
There we go.
Okay.
So approximately 2 inches of your white wire.
Yeah. Yeah. Then my black ones. There you go. And they were 3 inches. Yeah.
So the black are slightly bigger.
So my black were
The black's all right on the mat.
Sorry.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Sorry, Alison.
Sorry,
there
I'm
we
making
go.
a right mess of that.
There we
They
go.
make great face eyes as well.
Oh yeah, like little owls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I was doing it, and then I thought, well, that's going to be for someone who's less experienced, quite a struggle.
Okay.
So I when I was doing all the prep bits, I made them bigger. So you can see the difference in size by there. And that is, hang on, let me show you. That's 3.5 inches. So it's about half an inch bigger again. And I've done the white and the black the same size.
So I guess a question I need to ask straight away is that the longer the length of wire, you want to keep that consistent, firstly, and it basically equates to the size of your penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You can use less as well, so it takes less time to make, okay? I didn't sit there with a ruler and measure all these out. What I did was I made one of these pieces, opened it up, and then used that as my template. So you can see from my black one, it's all sort of a bit lumpy and bumpy and
because you've been using it multiple times.
Because I opened it up and I've been in and out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you how to make these. They're easier. People stress with the scrolls. They're slightly easier than the scrolls. We just want to make a loop. If we make a loop on there. Now once you've got to that stage, if you hold it, now we talked earlier about where to stop your curve. Now I want it to be about halfway, so I'm going to hold it about halfway down. And I'm just going to turn that, and then I've turned it the other way round in one continuous movement to get my first loop.
Okay, can we just pop a hand behind that?
Yeah, I'm just going to rearrange. I usually wear things so I get 2 different colours.
There you go.
So I'm now white behind it.
Lovely.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
So you got your first loop. Now we want to convince it that this side wants to turn the other way. So I'm gently going to warm the wire and curl it the other way. And that starts your curve and it stops you getting sort of lumps and bumps as you try and curl it. We're going to make a loop the other side. And then I'm going to hold the circle this time and twist it around. Halfway through, switch up, and then you get your little eyes. Now, they are not all the same size identical. They are not all perfect. Some will be slightly more curled round than others. Please do not stress over it. They are not supposed to be perfect. Unless you're doing a symmetrical shape, and I've said it with the scrolls, unless you're doing it with a symmetrical shape that someone's going to look at meticulously, do not worry about them. If you try and make them all perfect and you get one slightly out, it's going to stand out like a sore thumb. If they're all slightly random, then you can't tell. You can't tell. They're all slightly different.
Oh my goodness, no, I'm not paying attention to that.
It all blends in, and because you're doing an animal, I know it's not a real animal per se,
isn't
but
it?
it imitates nature a little bit because it's all slightly different. Yeah. And you don't, apart from butterflies and moths, I don't think you get anything that's perfectly symmetrical. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
true.
Right. So we make a load of these.
How many is approximately a load?
Right. So for this one, this size, the smaller size, I did 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of 3, no, 6 rows of 3 and 1 row of 4.
Okay.
18, 22?
Sorry, I was...
6 rows are
no.
18. Yeah, 22. Yeah. Okay, now for the test one I've done
Look how lovely
5
that
rows
is.
of 3, 15. Now this is where I say, if you're going to do it, this makes the absolutely most stunning.
I was going to say piece of jewellery as well. Amazing.
This technique is brilliant. You can make necklaces with them. I mean, you could turn that into a pendant. It's a stunning, stunning way. Could you imagine that as a bridal cuff and
gorgeous.
Oh, I love the white
Absolutely
wine.
Amazing.
And you can put little gemstones in it. It is.
So it doesn't have to be a sculpture.
No.
This techniques can be used in jewellery as well.
That there to me is jewellery.
Yeah, totally.
Off and running, because it's different to the scrolls. The scrolls are jewellery as well,
Yeah.
but it just looks medieval.
Yeah.
It really does. Right, now I don't individually wrap each one. The scrolls take slightly longer to wrap. These I do with a piece of the 0.4. So I've got about 15 inches, something like that. And I do 3. Now I do keep them going in all the same direction. You don't have to, but that just gives me that nice effect. So to get this sort of nice, almost medieval wrought iron work
Yeah, I was going to
effect,
say wrought iron, yeah.
I've kept them, when I say the same way, if you can see that one's curling around there and coming up, if I turn that the other way, can you see the difference between them?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So just turn them all so that they're going the same way. Now, those are 3 slightly different ones. Isn't going to matter.
Doesn't really matter.
So we're going to start, we put 6 together and then we build on 3 at a time.
Okay.
So I'm going to start in the bottom loop. Okay, and I'm going to come through the loop. And it's easier if you push it through than try and feed the end through all the time. So wrap it round twice, because it's the 0.4, so it'll take it. Take your next one, making sure it's matched the same way, and then you can pull it through. No, hang on. Stop, rewind. I want to come up through there to attach the next one, because then you can keep this piece going all the way down the line. So I'm now going to attach twice through those 2. Just pull it. If you've got the gap, then use the gap. Don't mind the gap. And then you're ready to come over and attach those 2 bits there, still using the same continuous piece of wire. And it just makes it really quick to build up a panel. So you can cut all the pieces out while you're sitting watching telly or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take much time at all. Take the next one, make sure it's the right way up, and then attach it on. And you keep doing that. I can't get it on.
Until you actually form this...
Until you build it.
Into that shape?
Yeah.
And it has to be that shape?
No, we're gonna take it beyond there. But yes, you want this because this bit here forms the tail.
Tail, yeah.
That forms the tail that you can bend down.
It's that bit there of the actual penguin himself, his tail.
So
There we go.
That's why that piece. However, the front
It's more flat.
is every other one up, one down, one up, one down.
Lovely.
Zigzagging.
Now,
Okay.
whilst Alison does her binding, and it's repeating that process throughout the course of every single one of these, I've got some brand new snowflake obsidian to bring you, and I think it would be great alongside your little penguin designs. You could even maybe use these as part of the feature of your penguin, maybe the breast itself, or even using these little tie-like. They could be the actual wings.
You could make them into wings.
They'd be lovely
Yeah,
as the
yeah.
wings, maybe just sort of adjusted like so. 130 carats in total, very Art Deco. Snowflake Obsidian is a beautiful gemstone which has got those lovely patterns and formations, totally and utterly natural. Should be £10.95. That's everything that you're getting here. So not just one individual. I look at them like cabochons, because they are like cabochons, aren't they? Not £10.95 today. Wow.
Cool.
Have the deals not been amazingly affordable today?
They have. Kim's on fire today.
She is absolutely... I mean, the kits...
Can't believe the prices of the kits.
No, I mean, you've just had Smoky quartz at $6.95. You're about snowflake obsidian, this gemstone which has got those lovely monochrome colours. Love these patterns. $6.95, and then the shaping like so. Yeah, treat them as cabochons if you wish. Now, I've got one more opportunity to bring you before we go back to the lovely Alison, and then of course eyes glued, and it's your magnesite. There's very few white gemstones out there. Very, very, very few. You know, that pure linen white.
There aren't very many.
No.
I was thinking about that the other day, and that's lovely. And you've got that interest of the matrix.
Yeah,
then,
exactly. If you think about it, coral, yeah, often dyed white. Pearls, again, often bleached to get that white. Magnesite is totally natural.
Beautiful.
Or these are, I should say, and they've got that very crisp white, and now, like you said, the marbling, the pattern across the surface. So very similar to turquoise, and often used as an alternative to turquoise, and actually dyed those lovely colours. But yeah, magnesite always reminds me of the Trevi Fountain in Rome.
Oh, right.
Because I can remember. A few months ago when I went there, like I said, and we were looking at the Trevi Fountain, and it was which is very built up, by the way. There's a lot of buildings around the Trevi Fountain if you've never been, so you wouldn't expect the sunlight to really to influence it, but it did. It was like there was a ray of sun. It almost glowed, and the marble was absolutely, I don't know if it is even marble, I don't know, but it's just amazing shine. So it always reminds me of that. 8mm plain rounds. You've got 3 strands, and there's 180 carats on each of these. It is one of our most affordable gemstones. However, that's not to say that it's always going to be the case. So again, you could use these for your penguin pendant that Alison you've made earlier. You can use them just as simple stretchy bracelets, and so much of your jewellery making basically. 8mm rounds are always versatile. That's for 3 strands.
That's for 3 strands. Do you know what? I love 3-strand bundles because you can go to town on doing a large beaded piece of the same thing, which you don't often get, and I absolutely adore that. Wow.
$5.95 for genuine gemstones. You know, stretchy bracelets is the easiest piece of jewellery you could make. It takes you minutes, and honestly, if you sold these at... Who sold these at $5 each?
Yeah, and you're going to get what?
At least 6.
I was going to say at least 2 each.
Yeah, at least they've almost sold
7,
out. Well done.
I'm not surprised.
Almost sold out. Okay, because these are almost sold out, I've literally got...
Ooh. Now you see, you build a cave for the penguin on top of the cake. We're having a cave on top of the cake.
An igloo.
An igloo. Ah. Make the cake an igloo. Yes. Her future husband's going to hate me.
He's going to say to us, Elle, you do realise we're getting married in September, not winter. But who cares? It doesn't matter. Penguins do... You get penguins in Australia. It's not cold there, is it?
No.
But then I suppose igloos are. Anyway. 400 carats of your silver-coated quartz. Look at these. I mean, they're metallic, aren't they? They're very dramatic. They're quite masculine and feminine at the same time. Textures. You can elevate. You can suspend. You can create. I mean, look how dramatic this one is. Look at the sheer size. To me, they're like the sort of New York skyline. Yeah,
I always think of them as kind of a futuristic, a very or industrial. So or architectural, because they've got that colour, and it does just make me think of Barbarella and
yeah, it does actually. I'm perhaps a little. I can remember Barbarella vaguely. That was 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Logan's Run and all that sort of thing.
She was a little bit saucy, wasn't she, Barbarella?
She was a little bit saucy, but she'd wear nice jewellery.
Yeah, she had massive hair.
She did. Yeah, but it was the 70s.
Well, that's true. I was born in 1978, but yeah, I know who this Barbarella is. I know she is. She was always in bed.
Yeah. There was a lot of them, apparently.
I can't actually remember the storyline, so I'm probably digging myself into a nice big hole here. Anyway, £9.95. What do you mean, actually?
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking this is like catwalk pieces of jewellery, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
£7.95. Wow. Again, this with your micro-faceted agates that you had earlier on.
Yeah, you
Look
get
at
that bit of sparkle going through.
Yeah. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
See, I'd even put them on a stretchy and have them really, 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 really stacked in.
Yeah.
As tight
maybe
as
like
you could.
A corsage or something like that.
Yeah.
A gemstone corsage.
Nice.
In a fascinator.
Ooh.
Amazing. Right, I'll leave those with you because we want to go back to the lovely Alison, don't we? Back to our penguin. Fabulous.
Right, so now we've got our two panels, we basically make a tube. So I'm literally going to stick them together. Now bear in mind that's going to bend up, so this needs to be quite low down. You don't want it to be down there, you want it to be slightly up a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pop it through in the middle, and I've got a piece of the 0.4. And all I'm going to do for now is I want to roughly tack it together because there's a lot of fitting things to this. But I would use the black to sew it together rather than the white, because it's almost like the black comes around the outside. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose it's more invisible. I don't know why that is, but yes, it's less obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
Against the white wire.
Yeah. So I'm very, very roughly doing this. Take your time and do it. Mm-hmm. But I'm literally roughly tacking it because I want it held in place.
So literally like sewing, basically?
Yeah. This is very much like sewing. I'm just going to pop that in. So one of the last things you do will be actually sewing it properly, and you'll do one side and still leave the tube open because effectively it does create a tube. I'm just going to trim these out of my way. Oops. Right out of my way. So we now start to see we're getting a penguin. As soon as I started doing that, and I was like, oh look, it's a penguin.
He is already, isn't he? Without his head and everything. But yeah, he's starting to make that.
If you do that, you kind of get this.
You suddenly start seeing his tail.
It's a penguin tail. So it starts building up quite quickly. Okay, so now...
You don't realise how happy this penguin is making us all here in the studios. We're all smiling.
Now, on the penguin, I've put these quite a bit higher than these. On the other one, the white is lower. So he'll probably have less copper at the front, or less colour at the front, and more at the back. And if you go on the Tinterweb, and actually look up emperor penguins, they have a vast array. I was fascinated by where the colour goes round the head. Some of them have it there, some of them have it all the way round. So it's brilliant. So it doesn't really matter if it's slightly different. They're all valid.
Don't forget, we want to get together a waddle of penguins. Yes. So we'd love to see all your pictures. Maybe we could superimpose them all on one.
Oh, please. I want to see a waddle of penguins.
I love the fact it is called a waddle as well.
Fab. Right, now...
When they're in water, they're called what? A raft.
A waddle and a raft.
A waddle and a raft. They literally are like polar opposites, though, aren't they? From land to you know,
so elegant.
So elegant and fast in the water, and then on land they're a little bit clumsy.
I know the feeling.
I know the feeling as well. Yeah, totally. I waddle too.
Right, I want to give this the neck.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wondering how you're doing this, because you've got to taper it in.
You do. Now, you do this by closing up your circle. So if you put your pliers into the little hole and turn it, you will make that circle smaller. So see, it's a lot smaller than that. We'll do it with this one. You watch how much...
You're literally... Oh, look!
How much smaller that then goes. And as you go along, you pull them in. Now, we're starting to get... it pulling in across the top.
Yes. So it's tapering it in.
Yeah.
So literally
now it's started to come over.
Yeah.
And you can also manipulate it a bit.
How clever.
So you're now getting this
That
curve,
shape.
but you need to pull them in that little bit because there's nowhere for the excess to go if you don't.
It's. Can we just show that again?
Yeah. So if I do it with the black.
Can we just show the
Oh,
curve?
sorry. Yeah. Of course
Only
you can.
because it's like a corset. So I
Yeah.
want to show everybody at home. Can you see how it's curving?
Yeah. Sorry. I can see it. It's the people at home. It's a shame. It really is a shame.
No, you're amazing, Alison. You really are. I would never even think to do that. I was just thinking you might have to add more, but
No.
wow. So just basically like tightening the corset,
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
Wow.
You're turning them.
Okay.
And I would do also the second layer just a little bit, just to pull it in a little bit. And if it comes away, so see on this one where it's come away. Let me put my hand behind there. So on this one there's a gap there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get that, if you pull it over, that sort of pulls everything together without opening it. So you've closed it up and that will pull it all together. So we do wrap round and pulling it in, and it's just all the time just pulling that in a bit, and you now get this nice curve. Now if you find you get, see where this is sort of overlapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see how that's overlapped? So this one needs to be tightened a bit more then. So I'll pull that round a bit more, and then he's okay. He'll lie flush again.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's how we do that. We're then going to do the back. So we want some colour. So I've done some in the antique bronze. I love this colour. Sorry. And this is the 0.8. Now, this will give us more flexibility to do those tricky places. And I'm going to, where we've pulled it in now, this will sit nicely either across there or across there. So you can play with where this now sits. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to just pop that. So where that would have been 3 loops, it's going over 2. So again, you would do this now with the white, but I've got a piece of the black here to hand.
So you're anchoring on to more than one area here.
Yeah,
Is that what you
so
meant?
I'm going to stick it onto there, and then we want to take it, and now I'm sewing it in properly. So I'm going to do it 3 times around. Pop it through again, and then as we go to take it around again, we actually go between them. So we're going to slide it between there, and then we can trim it off. Now people have said to me, how do you stop these unwinding? And that's the trick. You pull it as tight as you can between the two without yanking it. If you put gentle pressure on it, otherwise you'll snap the wire if you kind of do that. And you want to pull it, and it wedges itself between the two pieces of wire, and that's what stops the wire unravelling.
Yeah.
Because you've kind of wedged it into place and then just trimmed off the end. Now let me just put my bookend up there. How's that?
Okay, just doing a quick recap whilst Alison's binding here, because earlier on we did have a storage box deal, and again we do need our storage. We were talking about how, you know, especially if you do your wire working, you do your sculptures like Alison, you do your your jewellery making, if you also do your, you know, your haberdashery, your textiles, your artwork, whatever it might be, your clays, then you do need to store products in every room in the house really. You are getting all six of the storage boxes, and it is the quality plastic as well. Just doing a quick recap, this one's obviously great for travelling, that's double-sided. This one, as you can see, it's more like a clutch bag size, and you can, all of those little trays, dividers are separatable, you know what I mean. You can separate them, and again, it's the quality plastic, which means that you can use it with your polymer clay, etc. Now, absolutely flew. Hundreds of these sold out. Cufflinks, tools, within the shed, spices, should have been £24.70. However, Quick recap, because we have still got quantity but not many. £14.95 only for all 6. And Alison, to quote you, you actually said...
You can't have enough storage.
You can't have enough
never
storage,
have too
absolutely.
much.
Even if you're thinking, you know what, I don't know what I need these for, you will find something, won't you?
Oh yeah. Now, you see, while you're sitting there, making all your little shapes and your scrolls and your bits, you put them all in a separate piece of those.
Exactly.
So you can have all your antique bronze in one, all your black ones in another,
That's a
all your
good
white
idea.
ones in another.
That's a good idea. When you're making your waddle of penguins,
Yeah.
you can get them all done.
Absolutely.
All done. Okay, back to you. Just wanted to do a
Right.
quick recap of those.
Just in the time. Right, so for the back, I'm going to make a smaller one. Okay, and then I'd put my copper or antique bronze either side. Okay, so we're now going to speed.
Okay.
You ready? So, for the head, you start off with 2 of these, and these are going to form the base of the beak.
Yeah, I was going to say they're kind of beak shaped.
Yeah, so these are going to form the base of the beak, and I wire wrap along there to bind it together. If I borrow him, I can reference. Okay, so I've bound those 2 together underneath. Just overlap, wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. Then we put the black one on top, so you get the colour coming in from underneath again. We're going to put a black one on top, and I'm just doing a figure of 8, and then every few strands, I'm actually wrapping it round the side.
Love it.
And my figure of 8 is actually crisscrossing, so I'm doing a figure of 8 on both sides, if you see what I mean. Like laces, doing up your laces.
Yeah.
You're doing up your laces, and every few we do the, you tack in the bottom one. So that holds that all in place. What I've then done is bent it over inside and just tucked it under so that you haven't got a
So you can
spare
actually
piece.
manipulate the wire as well. So
Oh gosh, yeah.
you can actually manipulate that. And the wings, are these a figure of 8 weave
So
here?
yeah, it's just a straight figure of 8 weave. Obviously this wing's bigger for doing the bigger one.
Yeah.
And to pop it in, again, you're doing this side before you finish it. You're just going to pop it in.
Yeah.
And then bend it down.
Yeah.
And that's how it stays in place, but you get this little bit of movement
little bit
with
of
it.
movement there.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Alison, gosh, yeah, to quote what Kim just said, genius. Absolutely amazing designs. Always we're glued to the screens, aren't we, Jewellery Maker? Don't forget, we want to see that waddle, a waddle of penguins. I'd love to see the photos coming into the Wall of Fame, which is coming up in the next hour. Now, you're not going anywhere.
No,
You're with me for the next hour. Fantastic. So, more deals, more amazing inspiration coming up after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where